So for Weibo, try and loot up very quickly, get to a centralized location and just hold on. Because again, you don't need a win. You really don't need a win. You need 12 points. Anything above that is irrelevant. You need to end this game with 12 points and then get a chicken dinner in one of the 4 games left after this one. But first, get the 12 points. Because otherwise, BTR, 22 away, they can do it. Influence Rage, they can do it in the next 2 games. And then you'll have someone to challenge you for that #1 spot. Meanwhile, Ling and LGD setting up a little bit of a firing range onto Fabian here.
They might just... Are they disengaging from this? They might just be. LGD, they've fallen down the leaderboards a lot in the last few games, right? Before today, they were in top 5. Now they're down to 10th place because the teams in the middle have just stepped up so massively. So for them, they don't really want to even get into a 1v2 situation. They want to save their players for another date, for another fight later on in the game. So that's fair enough. Kitsune going to be on the camel here. Just going to be rotating, trying to find a proper vehicle here, because as fast and as good as the camel is, it is not providing you any cover when shots come your way. And this is actually a quick rotation from Team Spirit. Moving on in, just trying to get into zone quickly, trying to set up quickly, because remember, they're in 4th place, 111 points. They are within the possibility of making it to Smash Zone right now. They just need... Okay, yes, they need 41 points, right? But with Game 5 of potentially 9, in here right now, we're looking at still them being able to do that.
Can they continue to do so? And can Team Spirit, who have, I want to say exceeded our expectations rather, tried to combine both words there, exceeded our expectations in their performance in this tournament specifically, with them being top 4 right now. They just need to get over that final hurdle, because the last 2 or 3 games they've been getting caught off and then eliminated. They had a fantastic performance in the first Erangel of the day. And now they're getting targeted. And the camel not really provide, I'm not sure, but... Yo! Oh! It's Iftar from CD Alliance. But there should be a revive. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, CD Alliance are not in a position to move off of that cliff. It's just going to take you way too long. So that's going to be Kitsune rezzed back up. But yeah, that's the dangers of the camel, man. There is no cover whatsoever there. There is a nice little vehicle, but they're not going to use it. Team Spirit going to be able to pick him back up and go back onto the camel. Are y'all... Okay, please tell me. Okay. No. Sandstorm.
What is Sandstorm. This? Am I watching Aladdin?
I guess.
Is that what's happening? First we had the transporter, and now we have 2 chaps riding on a camel rotating. Never have I seen this in Miramar. And then Influence Rage just running across Thunder.
Yeah.
Did we step through a wormhole? What is happening this game?
I know. Just all of a sudden. Yeah, but you saw the vehicle, yeah, the scooter out in the middle of the road. That is a really unfortunate duo being caught out on rotation there. Influence Rage just able to speed up behind him. Tiamba hot on the heels of Influence Rage as well as those, so also have to be careful. And WBG, I see them over there on that corner, on that western side of zone, right behind APG. They don't know that Picado is free. They don't know that it's so open right there that they could have an easy rotation in. They just don't know. Meanwhile, Squash then is going to just take some shots over, but even with the 3 times, the MP49 probably not going to get many of your shots on, but it will damage that vehicle. No way. Okay, no, it's Carrillo with the M4. Okay, I was going to say, the MP49 would be crazy to get a shot like that. He does take some shots over, trying to get some sort of trade happening. But are they going to get that revive? I don't know. I hope so. We all hope so. But A7 are out for blood. Yes, Sook is going to go down, and once again, then Sook is unable to stay alive.
Can Alpha 7 stay alive long enough to get themselves another 30-point banger of a game? Is it possible? I am going to say no, not in this stage. Just gonna have a look towards Weibo once again. We see them rotating. Stage 1 is closing. Looks like they're going for a rotation outside of the zone. They really don't want to fight anyone. And once again, they are in a situation where Sook has been taken out. 12. Oh no, and HE's down to Alpha 7.
No!
They're on the hunt for Weibo, it seems.
They really are. They really, really are. A7 up with 2 points. See, this is, to me, this is how WBG should be playing. They should be playing like A7 right now. A7 aren't being stupid, but they are being very proactive, very aggressive. They see an opportunity and they take it. For WBG, I feel like just, it's starting to feel very, very passive, but how can I blame them when these zones refuse to do anything except go away from them to the opposite side of the zone to put them on the back foot? It does go over to LGD. This could be a huge game for them. They do need those points. They've slipped down too far on the leaderboards for their comfort. And they do possibly want to surpass ThunderTalk as well, right? 94 to 88. That could be the new goal. We'll have to see as BTR Federals, again, seeing Kino doing something, maybe nothing. Also spotting out Doc there, or Doc spotting out him. Very quickly, just going to be taken on out. Great little spray there from Doc. As APG going to probably take him out there. BTR probably going to lose one here.
The teams that are in desperate need of points to pass. Imagine if just the teams never pass the threshold.
9 games and no threshold.
Yeah, imagine just like we keep getting to like 150, 151, and then it's like second place is like 145, 137, 128, and it's just we just have like a stacked top of the leaderboard. But no, I mean honestly, at this point, it is quite possible. Weibo have been suffering constantly, and like I mentioned before, getting yourself to the top of the leaderboard, you will become the focus point of every team, and this is the second or third time that Alpha 7, to me, feels like are deliberately hunting down Weibo. That's what it feels like, and it's such a smart play. You don't have to eliminate the whole squad. Just demoralize them. Remove one or two. Let the rest of the lobby take care of the rest. You do that. You take care of 2 players without losing anything. You guarantee that, 1, they're not going to be able to win the game because it's going to be increased, or they have like a 1% chance of winning the game. And 2, you increase your chances of getting closer to that team without risking too much in return. So I'm liking the strategy from Alpha 7.
And it's worked so far. I mean, what do we see? WBG with last game being 0 points, and all of a sudden A7 coming back from 10th place to having 113 points and not that far outside of the Smash Zone. It is still possible as WBG, the last duo, Order and 33, just get out of reach of Kino there. Chasing him down, just going along the same sort of parallel pathways here into that center zone. Both have the same idea. WBG have a lot more to play for. The zone, though, is going to be coming up, and there we go. A new center zone straight onto Tiamba. And I love how Tiamba have actually played this. Look at the split coming in here. They might want to center it up a little bit, but they hedged their bets. They got a strong position now inside of zone. And that's where you might want to center up a little bit. Just because you are center, you don't want to get picked off as teams start to try and find any sort of excuse to push you. LGD as well, looking very, very strong in this zone. Team Spirit could have a good spot as well. And Influence Rage just got a really nice compound. Mostly center zone, actually. Full squad still alive. That could be working wonders for them. So we'll have to see where this zone ends up shaping up, because I'm sensing that we're going to get a lot of elims in the next few minutes.
Question is, who will be collecting all these elims? Who will be securing them? Is it going to be the likes of BTR, 22 points away, very possible with a chicken dinner? Or is it going to be Influence Rage? 28 points away. Again, still possible. Fabian and Voin Donkey. Well, Fabian's knocked right next to the likes of Voin Donkey in Potato. Nolbu's trying to see if he can assist and providing some cover so they can attempt to revive. Nolbu gets double headshotted though by Zeta. Quick shutdown on that front. Just stops the fight. And the other two duo too far away. It doesn't look like there's an opportunity for a revive. Or if there is, it's a very risky one for them to try that. It would be a very big split up then.
Fabian, wait, hang on. There's a little bit of an altercation going down between these two teams. That could be something to watch for sure, as they're both on that north side. If they can clear each other, or one clears the other, then that north side is free for the taking. A7 though, looking for the south side, looking for APG. This is a team that wants the win. You can feel it. They're not being overly aggressive, but they're not playing passive at all here.
Alpha 7 in this game. 2 eliminations to their name so far. I like the position that they are in. And it seems like they are still on the hunt for the likes of Weibo. Weibo were in this position, but they decided to rotate away. Curious to see where they ended up for Weibo. They're just trying to, yeah, they're playing the position right now, trying to see if they can centralize themselves and survive. And looks like Tiamba might be passing by. They know where their location is, and they will try to focus on them. Zone shifts towards the north, helping the teams in that area. So players on the southern coastline need to make their move, and they need to make it fast. Weibo instantly ordered, takes the lead, and instantly charges. Go for the jump. Go on. Do it. You know you want to. Okay, never mind. Don't do it. You are in a tournament, to be fair. See, this is why you're the pro player and it's not me, because I would have tried to make the jump.
Oh, wait. He's trying. No, he's going to go for that cover. Ooh.
Yeah, they're going to use the
really
ramp.
Smart. Nice. What an excellent bit of cover. I was not aware that this one was actually covered at all. But that's fantastic. Very little sightlines able to be seen there. So order is going to be safe for now. 33. Also, in a less of a...
No, his car is his car stuck.
I hope not. I really hope not.
It looked like for a second that the car might be stuck.
It might be, though.
I mean, their biggest opponent is going to be Nades in that situation. That, I feel like, is going to be the biggest thing to catch him out. But we're going to switch on over to K, and as Mark almost got double headshotted.
Oh.
If it wasn't for the lovely cover from the side of APG.
Oh, maybe not so
here
lovely
comes
now.
Doc. Yeah, maybe not so. I mean, look, hey, the enemy of my enemy is my friend until they're my enemy.
Fair.
Or Alpha 7, 3 Illims. Just getting closer and closer, point by point, Illim by Illim. But now the zone's closing and they need to make their move too.
Yeah, rough little fight here. Just push them out of that opportunity to be front and center when the zone shifts, right? But I think they'll still be able to do it. Keto's still here, the other duo, and this is where the push comes through. Do they know they're here? I do not know. BTR versus Team Spirit, big fight here. These two teams so close in the points. Matic goes down, Nomi goes down. Sitar is super low, but it's not going to matter. But it is going to be Nomi with the nade onto Federals, and CD Alliance always waiting in the wings. This might be the end of Team Spirit here. Just a solo left alive. Kitsune trying to do something here. Doesn't get it done. Sitar, too good. Too good for them. Gonna be able to get this revive as long as Leon says it's okay, but that nade says that's a no incoming.
Yeah, that's going to be a very big problem for them. BTR, the nades are a little bit far away, so they are surviving for just a few minutes, or I want to say a few more moments rather. Alpha 7 clean up KN, get themselves 5 eliminations. That's 117 points now. Federals does get revived. Smoke provides cover. Jimmy not able to get the knock. BTR still alive. but surrounded on all sides by two squads, LGD and CD Alliance.
CD, I want to say, they have stepped up so much in the last day. From not seeing much of them at all, to then them getting position but not able to translate it into points, to now just ruining every team's games that they can. Like, just absolutely in the right place, right time. We saw them get a second place. They might be able to just get a win here now, if they play this as well as they're playing it right now.
Can they try to make a move? Alpha 7, I feel like every few moments we're just leaving them, and then we come back to them, and they seem to have more eliminations. At the moment, they have 6, it seems, and they are being held by APG. And look at the APG focusing on eliminating the tires. They don't want to give Alpha 7 the opportunity to drive away that easily. They want to have that fight. They want to get those eliminations. Unfortunately for APG, outside of the performance that we've seen from the first day, it's been very mid, I feel like, performance-wise from the team that we thought that was... I guess it was just another one of those situations where we think, hey, oh, APG, they're going to obliterate everyone. And then we get into the tournament, and they don't have the best of performances. But again, you are having some of the best teams in the world participating, so it's bound to be difficult on everyone. Ooh. Not for Hyunbin though. That was easy. That was easy for him. Getting that knock and now potentially going for the push, but because they have Sykes knocked down as well, they need to go for the revive first. MVM on the roof. Not sure how they're going to be able to get there to help him out. Tian now moving forward with the backup of Ling. Hyunbin goes down instantly. Tian with that DBS. Apu is there to fight back up. 2 players go down. So is now the last one alive. 3v3 down to 1v1 now. Tian getting secure with the DBS. Up against the UMP. Close range. Gets one more. But looks like the RX have one more. QZZ with the S12K. One pump. You're spraying everything. Oh my god, Tian! Spray and pray. But none of those prayers were answered. And Tian just takes that 1v1. One pump is all he needs, and he takes the RX down. PEL continues to show their dominance over the rest of these teams. Tony K walking into a building not knowing there's someone waiting for him around the corner. And that's going to be a free elimination going over. Miaula will also go down. BTR. Very important eliminations, 134 points so far. Schweppes, we've seen you with 10 eliminations, most in a day. But when you needed to get one more, the MVP of the tournament so far in Federal steps up. And now he is asked one more time, but he's asked a 1v4 right now against APG.
It's so unfortunate APG have found him because Federals... He's the last man standing you want for that team at 136 points, right behind WBG. If they had maybe a couple more players, this could be a win for them. This could be them achieving Smash Zone, but it just isn't going to. Not with APG right above you in that sort of way. The zone does center up. Rejects now the only team in the zone. The rest of them have to pile on in, and this is where the bloodbath is going to start, because look at all those teams on the edges. They have to move up over into open ground, and for Rejects, this should be a field day.
I feel like it is. Tiamba now going to be joining this fight for 5 squads, I believe, on the southern side of the map. LGD, Tiamba, BTR, Weibo, and APG. All waiting here. Order, hold on. Order was the one that actually managed to get into the tunnel. He was the one that was taken out. So it looks like Weibo will not be able to get any points this game once more. Massive issues for the PEL representative.
Massive indeed. Just down to a solo now. Ugh, so difficult. So difficult. And I'm surprised it's actually Order. How is he found in the tunnel there? I would have thought 33 would be the one to go out first here, but no. He might just be able to get a res, though. If 33 can make it, he might just be able to get this res. No one's really looking at him as Tiamba centers on up, but it looks like 33 is going to leave his teammate behind. Just going to go for that solo play in the middle of the zone, wait his time. Meanwhile, Federal's still trying up against APG. He has nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. And now it's going to be Tiamba right behind. Maybe for APG, this is going to distract them. Maybe for Federals, this is exactly what he needs in order to get out of the way. But we will see CD Alliance do go on out. Void Donkey grabbing those points up on the board. But now LGD up on the north side. They've rotated in. They want a piece of this pie.
Everyone will be getting a piece of the pie. It's a very, very big pie. Hopefully not an apple pie, maybe a chocolate one. That would be my preference.
Like
and APG, listen, don't even get me started. APGs, yeah. Listen. Again, don't get me started on this. This is a post-game analysis breakdown of pies after. You know, I'll whip out all the charts and the big screens and everything. We'll need it for that presentation. But right now, we need a presentation from MVM and LGD. For what they are going to be putting forward. What is their performance going to be in this game? Can they get closer than 9th in a 1v3? Highly unlikely, especially when someone takes an MG3 and just sticks it into your belly and unleashes a whole magazine. It's very unlikely you'll survive that. Just like Federals was very unlikely to survive that nade. Now we are down to 6 teams, but Weibu's still alive. Weibu's getting points.
They are.
Doubt it's going to be 12. Yeah, but not 12.
Not 12. No, that's very true. Unless... Okay, you know what? I'm not going to say it because I don't want to curse it. You know, I'm not going to say anything about it. A7 do go out, though. A big, big game from them again, right? Up to 120 points now, but they can go no further. BTR also taken out in 7th place there. 137, only 3 points behind WBG for now. As rejects, and now it's going to be Void Donkey going head-to-head on the north side. The zone has shifted down to the south, so once again, Influence Rage in favor here by the zone. Full squad, 125 points, and they have the zone. So what does this mean, Sandstorm? It could mean a big win for Influence Rage.
It really could if they turn this into a massive result. Weibu go out in 6th, that's 2 points. They only need 10 now to reach that limit. They may be few, but it is proven to be an impossible hurdle to get over for Weibu in these games. Everyone's focusing them just like everyone's focusing Ragey right now from the set of Void Donkey, and Razak with the MG3 is absolutely tearing them apart. 2 down, looking for a 3rd. What is happening, Potato?
Whoa, MG3.
What can you do? Razak is shredding them.
That's what happens when you use the MG3. Max will be happy with this one. Razak.
Very happy.
Oh, it does go down in the end. There we go. Paulo gonna get him back up.
He can only do so much in that situation. Nap Apollo trying to hold his ground now in front of Influence Rage. Influence with 7 eliminations. This game could be huge. This game could be massive. It may not be over the... I want to say over the 152-point hurdle, but it is enough to get them closer. They lose 2. APG, is this it? Is this the rise of the Mongolians in this game? Finally, could we see a chicken dinner from them? We'll find out as QZZ unleashing the wrath of the Groza onto Apollo, looking for that small toe, but not able to find it for that knock. Apollo will be able to heal, but the nade comes in just before that. And it is going to be RC out, APG and Influence Rage taking on Tiamba 4v4v1 in the final moments of this 5th game.
Influence Rage, though, man, their positioning is top tier here. Yes, APG have zone, but Influence Rage have control over it. Nice little 2-2 split from APG. I will give them that. It gives them some nice high ground, some good angles, but for Influence Rage, I just feel like they've got a little bit more mobility that they're allowed. Could work in their favor here, and Tiamba, so nice to see Tiamba in the top 3. QZZ down to just a solo, but he is here. He is waiting for somebody to go out, trying to grab that second place position. We will see. Influence now starting to make moves. They want to come down, up and over that ridge onto APG, but they're not sure which way to go. The nades will tell them. The nades will let them decide.
That they will. And the thing is, when it comes to Influence Rage as well, they are in the best position possible with BTR and with Weibo being out. So this is just so many points that they can get. 7 with them at the moment, with the potential for them to get a decent amount more from the placements too. Again, they might be able to equalize Weibo or even get between Weibo and BTR. Top 2 for Influence Rage. This would be insane for the Brazilian lineup. But they're up against APG here, Neptura. It's not an easy ask.
It really isn't. APG have this position locked down very well. That angle is actually, you know, I said, oh, Influence Rage have such control over the zone, but that duo up onto the ridge means that Influence Rage can't really peek over. They can't really come down off of that edge. So actually APG have control. I was wrong earlier. Influence Rage on the back foot a little bit, need to figure out which way they're going to be going, because if you go straight into that dip, okay, now is the time to push, I feel like, for Influence Rage, because as long as they were up on that ridge, you couldn't fall into the dip. Now you could just do a really scrappy 4v4.
I was like, is the box moving?
The box is moving, yes.
The box do
moving.
Yeah, the box do be sliding. QZZ's like, please stop. Oh, trying to secure that one on QZZ. I'm loving that. Go for the full push. Secure that elimination. That's what you need to do. You need the proactive play.
2-2 split over onto the top of the ridge. That was so strong for APG. They tried to center up, but this is where it's gotten them. Influence Rage.
Lord.
This is beautiful.
They are raging indeed. They absolutely demolished them with that split. What was that call from Influence Rage? The secure of that, I want to say all the eliminations at the end of the game there. 5 eliminations they were able to secure. On top of the 7 they already had, 12. So that's 22 points. And Influence Rage, they are on the hunt for the 152-point barrier.
I am actually that was beautifully played. Right, APG come off of that hill, right? That duo sent kind of group up with their team, right, to make it full 4. I understand why they did that. They did that because the zone was pushing in. It was phase 9. There was nowhere else to go. They had to center up, but they centered up to a dip. And the way that Influence Rage were able to just go, that's a vacuum now. That's an open space that we can take control of. And they send 2-2, do the exact same thing that APG were doing to them, but worse. I mean, APG had no comeback from that. There was no recall.
Absolutely insane performance, and I like the fact that, hey, APG, I want to say they had an opportunity to make a play maybe, but the Influence was just too fast on pulling the trigger, and that's what you want to see. Proactive plays being made quickly. It didn't feel like there was any hesitation. Sent 2 people, they get that elimination. We have a 2-2 split. We have high ground on both sides. There's no way for APG to be able to deal with that.
That is fantastic work coming in from Influence Rage. Huge game coming in from them. You love to see it. So many points now going their way. And it's their, what is this, the second win of the day?
I believe so, yeah.
No, it's not.
For Influence.
For Influence, it's their first win of the day, is what I'm seeing here.
I highly doubt that.
I highly doubt that as well, but that's what I'm seeing. Their last win was game 10, which was yesterday.
Well,
we need to confirm. We will confirm this.
I just wanted to double check. I mean, they had an incredible performance today, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But were they able to get a chicken dinner on top of it is what I want to make sure of.
I'm just checking. I'm confirming with production. Hold on.
No, okay, so we're, going to today's game's Influence Rage. It was 12th, 5th, 7th, 4th, and then, their chicken dinner that they got in this game. So, it's the second in the tournament, first one in today.
Okay, so that is confirmed. Cool.
Still, incredible performance from them, and the consistency is starting to slowly show up for this lineup. Just need to do a little bit more. I can't wait to see what the overall leaderboard looks like, though, for sure. Because that's going to be... I think next game has to be when the threshold is broken, and we get that Smash Roll coming into play in Game 7. Meaning that the extra games were actually required. Yeah,
basically. My goodness me, but is it going to be WBG? No. No, it's not. No, not the way the zones have been going towards them. Not the way that it's panned out for them. Maybe for BTR, maybe for an Influence Rage, 22 points on the board there. That game felt like a much bigger win than just 22 points, but I think it's just the way they played that final fight that's left me going, that's like a 30-point game right there, but it's not. 22 points going their way.
Yeah, sorry, just to update. It's 3 chicken dinners that Influence Rage has now secured. 3.
Right. 1 a day, right?
Yep. 1 a day. They got one in the end of day number 1, and then they got one again in, I would say, second half of day number 2. And now they're getting themselves their 3rd, which I believe is the most out of the rest of the squad. So they have the most chicken dinners secured.
Yeah.
But whether they have like the most top 2, top 3 or let's say like top 4 finishes combined, I don't think so. But hey, we still have 4 more games left into today. 22 points that they were able to secure in that last one. We're going to see how that impacted the overall leaderboard. But the fact that APG caught up as well with 14, that's good for them. Alpha 7, 9 points. Tiamba in 5th place with 8, but Tiamba need a heck of a lot more. BTR were the ones that I feel like really missed out, but Lorenzen did not. 820 damage with those 4 knockouts, 4 eliminations. He claims what he knocks. No more, no less.
Very, very efficient from him. Super duper nice coming in from them. I would love to see what's going to happen in the next game now. What is going to be happening? What are we going to see as we go over to the overall rankings? And that is going to be LGD moving down to 9th place. ThunderTalk back down to 10th as well after not a huge game for that. Well, not actually it's actually back-to-back 0-point games for ThunderTalk over here. Goodness me. But we will see Tiamba moving into 34 points, and it is... Wait! Sandstorm!
They tied!
They tied!
Influence Rage
First
are
place!
tied!
No way!
5-point difference between the top 3 teams. Absolutely phenomenal. Federals still holding on to the most eliminations. And maybe still holding on to most damage, but I believe APG survived until the late game, so maybe Top or Doc. I believe Top should have the most damage. But boy, is this final day shaping up to be an incredible one. Nope, he's just under 40 damage away now from getting that number 1 spot. Federals is... Yeah, he's still going. He's still pumping up those numbers. But I think we're going to pump up the brakes a little bit because we have game number 6 coming up soon. I want to say final game of regulation before we go into the extra matches that will definitely be needed, since the only thing that can happen in the next game is that a team can pass and get more than 152 points, and then they have a chance at winning a game and winning the title. But we'll find all of that out in our next game. So we're going to be taking a break, and we'll see you guys in a few short moments. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 6, match number 18 of possible 21 games is finally underway. 3 teams are currently 15 points or less away from breaking the threshold. If no team is able to break the threshold and then secure a chicken dinner afterwards, then the team with the most points will be crowned the champion at the end of the 21 match journey that is the PUBG Mobile Hong Kong Invitational. Playing path north of Ruins all the way down towards Partona. The question remains with the zone, why is it going to go to the east? Answer me that question.
Because the zone doesn't want WBG to win, obviously. No. It is all very random. That's how the zone works. It's a random
I thought you were picking the
thing.
zone.
No, not me. I will say Tiamba and A7 have slightly clashed over in Outposts. Okay, look. It's better than last time for WBG. Maybe they can actually get some points. Just scoot on into zone outside of Monte Nuevo. Take occupancy over those hills, and maybe it will work out in the end.
Right now, the goal for all of them is to be with, I guess, is to crack that 152-point mark and influence Rage. With them having a total of 3 chicken dinners across the 3 days, they are the #1 team, even though they are tied with Weibo Gaming. Of course, that's those are the tiebreaker rules coming into effect. I believe it's chicken dinners first, then it's eliminations and then placement points, or the other way around when it comes to placement points, eliminations. But the priority is chicken dinners. And they are eating good. They're almost at like 1 chicken dinner per person. At this point, they're opening up a buffet over there. Yo, can I come? I haven't had my chicken yet.
I'm hungry, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'd love some chicken.
Yeah, I would love some chicken actually right about now.
Yeah, I mean, you see, that's the thing. You have to be a pro player and win a game. You get a chicken dinner.
You're right. I'll try my best. Ay. So, for the first time in the entire tournament, we have a new team at the top of the leaderboard. Does that take some of the pressure off of WBG, knowing that there's somebody else who might also do the smash point thing? Does that help or does that hinder?
I think it helps.
I
think it helps
so too.
because now at least like they're not the only team that the rest of the lobby's thinking, oh, they can get over the 152 points. Now it's Influence, Weibo, and BTR. So the focus is so for example, Alpha 7 can't just focus Weibo Gaming. They can't just focus Influence Rage. And BTR can't bother themselves with these kinds of squabbles because their goal again is to also get 152 points. 18 points is what you need to secure in this game. So essentially you need to win with some elims or at least get second place with 12 elims. It's not going to be easy, but if you're able to do that, then the next game you have a chance to claim the title. You have a chance to prove yourself that you're better than everyone here in this lobby. And be the first to actually get the smash rule in effect. And actually have it come to pass. Actually have it be used in the tournaments.
I mean, who else could really be, you know, what's the word? Oh goodness, my brain's just gone blank. Who could be challenging? There we go. Challenging the top 2, though, at this point in time, right? Because you've got BCR with 137, absolutely challenging. A7 with 120, 100% challenging. They need 32 points, and with 4 more games left to go, including this one, it's entirely possible. I do start to feel like Team Spirit and Down no longer have a chance of gaining Smash threshold right now, at this point in time. I feel like it's just a little too far. 112. You're asking them to get 50 points in 4 games. That is a big ask.
I mean, it's possible.
Possible, yes. Probable, no.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like now we're looking at a race with the top 4 only in the last 4 games. Storm. We're 2 minutes into the game. We have an altercation here. DRX versus D plus Kia.
Why?
Coming in on the other side, but they're handling it. Chips. 1 HP. Not gonna handle it enough though. QZZ gets taken out, or QX rather. Nolbu, Fabian, last alive. There we go. Nolbu gonna go on down. Soaz able to do work at the 2v1. DK unable to defend against the 2-2 split either side here. What is gonna happen? Fabian down to 1 HP and down he goes. That's gonna be Sai taking out that last player. 4 elims quickly dealt. And DRX gonna be having 4 extra points on the board, able to go up as 3 here, or as 4 actually. They're gonna be able to go as a full squad, get rezzed completely back up here. And that is DK out.
That was very surprising,
Yeah.
to be honest, for them to be able to take that fight that quickly. And it's not like, I mean, again, we're in the first zone. I like the proactive play from DRX because they're currently sitting in 13th, so I want to say at this stage of the tournament, anyone sitting from 16th to 9th, at this point, run it down. Run it down. Take every fight. You have to fight everyone, get as many points as possible to get a better placement. Try to improve. Try to gain something from these games. Because outside of that, trying to play for the very end and get a chicken dinner with 2 eliminations, or 3 eliminations, is not going to benefit you that much. You need big numbers to catch up to anyone. You need big numbers to be able to move a spot or 2 at this point in the tournament.
WBG scouting. Again, very, very cautious. I can't blame them. I really, really can't blame them, but at the same time, I need to see more. I need to see more just proactiveness, a little bit more oomph to their gameplay for me to be really sort of confident that they're going to be able to do something big in this game. But it's early stages yet. Influence Rage now. Top of the leaderboards, feeling good, a great win behind him now. Very, very possibly gonna be going into that smash zone because remember, they just need 10 points. Both of these teams need just 10 points, and the way we've seen certainly Influence Rage play and Weibo Gaming play in the past 2 days, it's very, very easy for them to get a 10 piece. They just need to do it now. Zone. It kind of actually does go to both of them, right? Both of these teams have an okay passage into zone. Influence Rage perhaps more so than Weibo, but it is still possible. It's not on the other side of zone like we've seen in the past. Tiamba seemed to have lost QZZ. He goes down, but he'll get rezzed back up. Not sure who that was to there. And King coming straight up behind Influence Rage. Does he see them? I'm sure he does. Had to have done. Is it going to be rotating past one another? Now in the Elam feed, you're seeing Top with the MK12 actually take a shot over onto BTR, get that knock. And Sandstorm could be interesting to see this because BTR chasing that second place.
That they are, but they lost one of their members. He's on the ground. He's not fully out. They should be able to get the revive, and looks like they will be repositioning Doc. Just trying to apply a little bit of pressure from the distance, because it looks like they're just trying to get into the next zone, which they need to enter from the northern side. And looks like Rifus again will get the knock onto Satarlast, but APG not pulling the trigger, not going for the play, not going for the push just yet. Nep.
No, APG are taking this very, very cautiously. One knock at a time, just trying to delay their rotation a little bit, but Tiamba right behind him. This is where things could get very, very interesting, right? Because Tiamba now moving up behind Federals. Federals needs a really good game if he wants to claim that damage MVP spot. Needs to hold on to it. Federals might just get blown to smithereens here. No, he's okay for now. He runs back. Bond is on the chase though, but he can't chase too far. Can't chase too far at all. Then his other teammate going, whoa, whoa, go back, go back, go back. The rest of the team is there, ready and waiting. Federals does go down, but that's to Doc. APG having a say in this, and Tiamba gonna leave. They understand the reasons here. Ryan does go on down, so APG able to clean up a little bit here. And with Federals out, that is huge for BTR. Their massive, massive MVP out early. What is that going to do?
My question is, how did you lose? Like, you're in a compound. You have 3 houses right next to each other. How do you have a member knocked and finished in that situation? You can't afford a mistake like that. Not in a game like this. Not after all the effort that you put in trying to get close to that threshold and then faltering when it matters most. The pressure seems to be too much for a lot of these teams to handle, and it's just, hey, team close to the threshold, let's kill them before they get there. Let's eliminate them before they get there. Just take them out. Don't give them the opportunity. And again, it's not like you have to get a squad wipe. Just really, I want to say, lessen their chances of being able to secure more points, more elims, and then that's your job done. Then you focus on yourself. Weibo suffered massively in today's games, and so did BTR after the first one. But this is not the Weibo that we've seen in the first 2 days. Influence Rage and their consistency. If they can do this in this game and get to 152, it would be phenomenal. And for them to get another chicken dinner afterwards, have a 4th and be crowned, that would be sensational. And one heck of an international title to grab as well.
Tiamba moving. Wait, hang on. Tiamba, we got 2 things going on here. First of all, Kitsune is down. Didn't see to who. Second of all, Tiamba moving straight into DRX. Hyunbin with again from Tiamba the slowest pull-up I've ever seen. Is this just a Tiamba meta? Because that was crazy. Hyunbin still goes down to it. Milu next to fall for Tiamba here, and DRX get taken out. A little bit of help from Team Spirit, but it is Tiamba to be able to grab it. Milu should be able to get back up and running, but Sandstorm, what is it with Tiamba and these really slow rotates?
Again, to me, it seems like it's a noise issue more than anything. And right now, in this specific situation, it worked out for them. They have 3 elims. They may have lost QZZ, but they got the points that they wanted to, I guess, get out with. But with 37 in game number 6 of the day, their challenge is to get to get to 14th. They're 20 points behind 15th at the moment. That's how difficult it is for Tiamba.
Woo. Yo, look at this drone shot though. That's awesome. I love seeing stuff like that. Carrillo is gonna go up against Diego from Influence Rage. That's gonna be 1 down. Can they get another one? But A7 a little split up right now, trying to fight 2 different teams at once here as Rejects look to stick their nose into A7's business. WBG as well, we saw earlier, we're looking over towards Tiamba as well, so something to consider there. There might be some point opportunities. WBG are center-ish zone right now, so they're looking quite good. Influence Rage still up as 4. They're going to be fine on the south side, but yeah, WBG, look at that position in zone. If the zone continues to go that direction, they could see a really, really good game on their hands. Vampires, BTR, Team Spirit, LGD as well. Okay, so the zone has centered on up. That does mean WBG no longer in the middle. They're to the north side. It instead favors A7. It favors Rejects. It favors Kino as well. We'll have to see how that shapes up for them. Influence Rage back down to the south side, rotating through the blue, trying to group on up. Because where are they going to go? I feel like they're probably going to try and rotate round back behind A7 down to the western side. That is the plan, it looks like. Better than ThunderTalk. ThunderTalk have a much better position, much better hold on their position as well. So let's see what that's going to do as APG rotates straight past WBG.
Yeah, and I think they might be taking the fight. Well, Order might be able to get a pickup here on the Reapers. No, don't let your driving abilities hinder your movement into this game. Don't let it hinder your rotation. And he doesn't. Order with an unlikely miss in that situation. But hey, at least Weibo, they're not hiding and waiting for people to come to them. They're actually fighting, which is what you want to see. Just like LGD and Void Donkey now, 1-for-1 trade. Back and forth between these two players. Mollies everywhere, explosions left, right, and center. Potato waiting for his chance. Bexy on a blinking health bar. Afu and Tian, last two members standing. And then it all comes down once again. It's still a 2v2. Zeta with no HP. Are they going to try to go for the revive? No, Potato's focusing on throwing the nade and taking the fight. But here comes the third party in Kimmy and CD Alliance. Afu instantly knocked down by that shotgun. Jimmy continuing the fight, but the thing is they're exposed. Void Donkey not doing anything about it. Cluck rather continuing to take the fight, and this time to Void Donkey. Tian deciding to leave in the chaos. And Jimmy will not allow it. Potato goes down. Vexy still alive. City Alliance just third partying this. Finally, some proactive plays from this lineup. We're seeing teams from 15th and 16th place show up with these kinds of plays. These kinds of plays need to be made earlier on in the tournament. This kind of confidence can't just be found in day 3. It has to be found in day 1, because otherwise you are way too late. And you're playing for a consolation prize at this point.
It's what happens day 3 every tournament. The final day, you see a massive step up from so many of the bottom place teams just because that pressure is gone. But hold on. WBG up against Vampires right now. Order is down, but so is Schweppes. And that's going to be a double knock? A double knock from Vampire. Going to be taking out both of them. WBG just down to a solo, and Sandstorm, this is not the team we've known and loved for the last 2 days. This is completely different. I mean, at least Sook is the one who's left alive now.
What can Sook do now? 10 points again. Again, Weibo are in a situation where they are in desperate... Any points in the past 3 games, Weibo have gotten 2 points.
Wow.
How is this possible?
Crazy.
Absolutely unreal. Unreal that they have been able to get this close and then trip and fall and stumble across everything and just not able to get over that hurdle. BTR, same thing. Like, this applies to Weibo and BTR. Maybe Weibo a little bit more. But BTR, you got to 20 points within, or 10 points rather, within Weibo in game number 1. And then the performance fell off a cliff. They are not able to adapt. The rest of the lobby came in prepared to day number 3. And it's clear that Weibo and BTR being targeted consistently has made them suffer. And would you look at Influence Rage? The momentum is just rising more and more. It's building more and more as they secure elimination after elimination like it's nothing. They haven't lost a player. They're 145, 7 points away. You are almost there. Influence Rage will be the first team to break this barrier. They will be the first team to activate the smash rule in 7 more points. Full squad, position in zone. I think they have everything they need right now, Nep.
I think they do too. 4 points. Wait, how many points do they need? What you just said it.
7. 152.
7. Right. They need 4 more. They need 4 more points. Can they do it?
This is with the eliminations that they have.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So the eliminations are instantly, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up as well in the chat, if you may not know this, because I want to say, like, there are certain times we have different graphics. The one we have working with us at the moment, the elimination points are instantly added to the leaderboard on the right side but the placement points are not added until the team is eliminated.
Yes.
So once the team is eliminated in 6th, their points will be added to the total tally on the right side. But as it stands, Influence Rage 7 points away.
Yeah.
So if they get a couple more elims plus placement points, done so.
Dunzo indeed. If they can get a top 5 with 4 more elims, which is entirely possible for a team like them right now, then yes, then they are going to get that Smash Zone. They're going to achieve it in this game, in game number 6, game number 18, if you're counting all 3 days. But for A7, I mean, they have 0 elims at the moment, 0 points on the board, but they are still a full squad. They have the south side mostly to themselves. So somebody to watch out for, because remember, in 4th place, they got 120 points. Are they in the Smash Zone? Nowhere close. Could they still do it in the next 3 games? Possibly. We'll have to see as we move over to the north side. Team Spirit sneaking on up to CD Alliance, up to Weibo. I think Sook's just sitting there. Yep, on this side, here he is. He's spotted Kitsune though. He's heard him. The nades are going to be coming on up. That's going to be Team Spirit now trying to figure out where to go next, how to approach this next shift, because it does center on up.
Kitsune and Team Spirit, we haven't talked about them in a while either. They were a strong contender, and one thing that I did mention about Spirit is sometimes they start off strong in day 1, day 2, and then the tank is just empty when it comes to day 3. Just like the lineup now of Weibo, eliminated once again with 0 points. What is happening to Weibo?
I don't
Game
understand.
number 1, I'm not sure. Game number 1 today, 9th with 3 limbs. Game number 2, they had 7 eliminations. 7 eliminations in 13th. Game after that, 5th with 5 eliminations. They got closer. And then 10th with nothing. 11th with nothing.
Difficult day for them. I don't know really what to say now, because this game should have been their game. If we're talking about the zones giving them a really hard time, then this zone should have been where they stepped up, but they just didn't. They couldn't find the points at all, so they're still stuck at 142. At least BTR is out as well, right, with 137, so there's no way that BTR can surpass them right now. Their main target is going to be, or their main person is going to be A7 here, the main challenger. As Kitsune goes down, this is the big fight between Vampire and Team Spirit. Both of them very close to each other, so this is a big fight as well. CD Alliance, Matic fending off on 2 different sides here, as CD Alliance also looking for those points. The zone pushes in. Matic all of a sudden just on his own. The nade is going to clear his teammates up to the north side, and that's going to be Vampire taking away those points. 108 now going over to Vampire. Nomi goes out to the zone there, so it is going to be just Matic from here on out.
Spirit with 5 eliminations, looking for the 6th. Matic peeking. Matic's down. Jimmy secures it. And a chance lost for Team Spirit. I mean, the chance is lost on all these teams. Right now, the focus is only going to be on Influence Rage and cracking that threshold. And Alpha 7, an opportunity maybe to catch up. You're looking at another 30 elimination game if you want to be able to secure that. But last time when you got to this stage, you already had 10 eliminations. You were already fighting absolutely everyone. Maxi here from Point Donkey getting pushed by Jimmy. Jimmy is just a distraction. Cluck not able to prepare the nade in time. Should be able to get it now though. It goes in. Bye-bye Maxi. Hello, extra elimination point.
Again, CD Alliance really coming into their own. This is really nice to see from them. They have really good rotations, really good end game plays. It's just too late for them, which is unfortunate that we can't talk about them a little bit more, but the zone is probably going to center on up again. Let's just see really quick. 3, 2, 1. There it goes. It is going to center on up. Influence Rage firmly in there, but so is Kino. Kino have a full squad still. They've dropped down massively in the points. Today has not been a good day for them. They've been unable to fight back against a lot of these teams that have come up in the world today. But they do have a full squad. They do have center zone. Can they hold on to it? If they can, then they are looking very good for a win.
Alpha 7, APG, Rejects, and every one of the other teams. KN, I have to say KN, the fall of KN from like top 5 in day 1 to 14th now. I guess maybe to some teams they think it's a sprint, not a marathon, so they put everything into day 1, everything into day 2. Come day 3, you're all out of ideas, you're all out of plans. The strategy that worked for you in day 1 and 2 doesn't really work in day 3. Right now, we all seem to be looking for the center of the zone. Thunder Talk and Alpha having a little bit of a conversation between each other. Meanwhile, Influence Rage, I am loving the position they have right now. They are relaxed. They are trying to get that point as much as they can.
Oh, big plays from AJ, unable to get anybody, but doesn't get taken out himself, and in fact does get Revo. There we go, AJ with 1 HP manages it, takes out Mafioso as well. Jing, self-nades, great, good job. There we go, Carrillo able to come on in, get that 1 HP, and Thunder Talk with that nade onto his teammate, really unfortunate. Ooh, so close here. As Yol's now third-partying A7. Down to a solo they go. Their hopes and dreams done for now as VP now look to move into the south side. Look to third-party this as a duo. Could be good for them. Lots of things happening as long as they can just drive appropriately. My goodness me. They do get that revive, though, for Thunder Talk. Should be something still here in the works for them. And Kino still in the zone, still a full squad, still working it, and just watching these teams on the south side bicker.
Just let them bicker, let them fight, let them argue. We'll come in and we'll maintain the pace between everyone by eliminating everyone. That seems to be the idea here. It's called the third party special.
Yeah.
And right now, the Influence Rage special. We can see them trying to survive at least replacement points. Tony K, quick knock, quick limb, quick finish. Onto one of the Thunder Talk members. Tony K, though, now getting spotted out by the lineup of CD Alliance. Meowla now forced to see if he can get into a position to revive.
Oh, nasty angle onto Jimmy. Can't even see where that's coming from. Meowla, great job. They do spot him, but it's not enough to take him down. 4 elims from Meowla now, 3 for Tony K, but he is down. Are they going to be able to get that revive? That is the question. If they can, if VP can stay up as 2 in this zone, that would be huge the amount of elims they've already got. But INF moving on in. Influence Rage Little Boy as the anchor point on that off angle. Gonna full send onto APG, and is that really the play here? Because the angle's now going to go down. They need the points. They need the points, and they're not going to get them. Top 6 is not enough to get into the smash zone with this game. 148 on the board. They need 4 more points, but they're gone. They're done. They're out, so no smash point in this game. We have to go to game 7.
Not bad. I mean, look, we were going to go to game 7 anyways. They just needed to get over the threshold and then enter a new game over that threshold. Winning a chicken dinner here does not guarantee them the championship. Ragey getting spotted out in the final moments. APG saving everyone's hide by getting the eliminations onto Influence Raid. And Influence definitely not happy with that one. Vampires, 12 eliminations. Tony K trying to get in, will not be given the opportunity. KN will hold their ground as they had the advantage in this zone. And I swear, if I see a chicken dinner from CD Alliance at this moment in time, I will lose it. Because where in hell was this performance earlier on? Where was this in day 1 and day 2? Where were those eliminations? Where were those pushes? Where was this aggressive play style in the past 48 hours?
Exactly. Where was all of that? It's just what happens when the pressure is off. You don't feel pressured by anything going on. You know you're not going to make it. You know you've not had a good result. So now you can just play your game the best you can, the best you want to. You have fun with it. And often this is the result where teams all of a sudden are good again, are really good, are global teams. And it's just so unfortunate that it always seems to happen on the last day when it's already too late. But that is the name of the game. That's how it works. That is how pressure works. So let's see if Kenotrope now can do something. Maybe not with that nade. Finale going on down. That's a 2v3. And don't forget VPE still here, but they go out in third. That's going to be a nice little knock there. So that goes down to a 2v2. Evens things up for this fight.
Trying to even things out now. 2v2 between City, Alliance, and KN. What can Kenotrope do here? They have the UMP, they have the S12K, M4s, and DBSs, it seems to be present on the other side. Jimmy attempting his luck through the smoke. Nothing fruitful just yet. Tamer will be jumping out of the window, comes in a little bit late into the fight here. Ozi-san is going to be on his own. Honestly, the player who was crawling, you could have crawled forward and given them information, but unfortunately, you set up the numbers. Iftar trades nothing, and KN get the win. They get themselves, I believe, their second chicken dinner of the tournament as well.
Nice.
Kenotrope, very well played from them. I think, is it their, yeah, it's their second chicken dinner. They got one in game number 3 on the first day. The consistency unfortunately wasn't there, but hey, it's signs of a great performance from this team in this game.
Yep. 100%. Really nice to see them step it up, come on back in, even if it's a little late. You know, we did see them be like top 3 at the end of day 1 or middle of day 2, I feel like, and then they kind of just had just quiet game after quiet game. And unfortunately today, it's not so much that they've had bad games, it's just everybody else has had amazing games. Those teams in 8th, 9th, 10th just come in with 30-odd points, push them all the way down, so now they're down at 13th, but not after this game. Not after this game at all. The points are just too close, so they're going to be grabbing up a couple of extra points on the board, or a couple of extra placements, rather, so that's going to be them looking good for the next 3 games, but of course, it is not going to be a top 5 finish for them at the end of the day.
No, it won't be. But honestly, I want to say the more frustrating part for the teams is not being able to have this actual to play. First place. And in the 6 games that we have played so far, Weibo hasn't been able to jump from 122 to 152. They jumped from 122 to 142, I believe. So 20 points in 6 games. Going from 122 points in 12 games, averaging literally 10 points per match, to averaging 3, 4 per match in the 6. Huge fall off. But again, this is not something to, I'm not saying this in a way to be like, oh, Weibo are not performing the way that they should be. Well, 1, they're not. But 2, it's expected, because the second you get close to that, you are the target. So it just goes to show the change of, and having the smash rule coming into play into this tournament, even though it hasn't even taken effect yet. We saw the hot drop of Alpha 7 in the end of day 2 on the side of Weibo. You can't let them run away. So the thought process even came in before day 3 started. Weibo were already the target.
Yeah.
The meaning behind all of this is the team that can handle this kind of pressure and can adapt and deal with it in the best way possible is the team that will get crowned champion. And that right there is what I'm looking for in a team. And unfortunately, Weibo hasn't been able to do that so far. They still have a chance, but they lost so many already.
They did, and not only lose some, they didn't lose them in the end game either. It's not been close. They've been going out with several 0-point finishes, which is so unfortunate. And again, as I said earlier, I feel a lot of that has to do with how the zone has been treating them. It's not been kind to them at all, and that does ruin a lot of things. But even in that Miramar, they had the zone, they had a really good position, and they just were unable to do anything with it. So, I don't know what's going on with them. 0 points again. That's going to be their third of the day, I feel like, with 0 points, which is really hard to say. BTR as well, though, with 0 points as well. So that top 3 is going to stay mostly the same. Influence Rage able to grab 6 points. Not what they wanted. They needed 7 more on top of the 3 they already had. So they needed 9. They're 3 points shy of hitting that threshold. So we definitely have at least 1 more game. But can they come back in the wrangle?
It has to be 2.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It has to be at least 2.
The math ain't mathing right now, ladies and gentlemen, and it is completely understandable. 6 games down, 18 matches have finished, and we look at the overall leaderboard. I'm not sure what happened to Tiamba, but this tournament right here, this is a wake-up call. That when it comes to international tournaments, there's a lot of work to be done. And I'll be looking forward to seeing how that changes for them in the future. And yet, 4 points shy. 4 points shy of breaking that barrier. But now, and I mean, yeah, just look at the figure towards the left is what baffled me the most. It's just, again, how close the teams were. Mm-hmm. And it's just gotten to the point where they are getting caught on every single rotation. And Top finally takes the lead in damage and tops the leaderboard. 7,800 damage. Federals has finally been dethroned with the most damage. But ladies and gentlemen, now we have officially reached extra time. To remind you, the schedule of maps is the following. We will have Sandhawk, Erangel, and then Miramar. We will have 1 of each map as our extra maps, and I like the fact that it's 1 of each one. We're not having double Erangel, 1 Miramar. No. Every map gets to be shown 1 more time in the final moments of this 3rd and final day for Pmhi. But for now, we're going to be taking a short break. Maybe give the players a little bit of a longer break after the 6-game series that we had. And then hopefully we will come back to you guys renewed, refreshed, revitalized, and ready to bring you the finals. So we'll see you guys in a few. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like this one is going to be a quick one because here we go. First official extra match when it comes to the Smash rule being in play in official PUBG Mobile tournaments. And what a treat that it is going to be used in the PUBG Mobile Hong Kong Invitational with teams such as these, with names like Weibo, like Alpha 7, like World Champions. In D plus Gia, we have DRX, we have Influence Rage, we have Vampires, we have Tiamba, we have Thunder Talk Gaming, we have LGD, we have the Samurai and Rejects, we have APG as well. We have so many ungodly like teams. These guys have 3 maps, have 3 chances, have 3 opportunities to prove themselves. 3 teams, including the one in front of us. For the love of God and everything that is holy, get 10 points, I beg you.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Just 10. At this point, Influence Rage, they have to. Right? 4 points. 4 is doable. Right? I think 4 is doable for one team in this game. That is Influence Rage. Look. Whoa. Hold on. Did you see that? Top with the elimination on order with the bow. That's sending a message to Sook. That's for sure. I feel like there's a message being sent there. And not only that, look at this crazy zone. I can't handle what PUBG Mobile is throwing at us right now. I actually
know.
can't. It's insane. It's insane.
It's
so many
actually crazy. Okay. All right.
We just need a minute to breathe.
Yeah,
I
just
feel
give us
like-
a second, guys.
Yeah. Just like to kind of recalibrate our emotions.
Yep. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Influence Rage over by Camp Bravo? Charlie. No. Where is this? Which one? I'm trying to figure it out. I
Bravo.
think that's Bravo. Yeah, okay. Cool. Camp Bravo, over down to the south side.
Wow,
Gonna be
and you
chilling
play
there for a
PUBG
minute.
Mobile, huh?
Listen, okay, there's 3 camps. They all look the same, all right?
No, they don't. No, they hold on. No, they don't. I
kinda
highly
do.
disagree. No. You see. If you have the attention to detail, you would be able to notice.
Oh,
Also, if you just remember the drop locations of the teams, I'm just saying.
remember.
Wow. Yeah,
Shots
that's right.
fired mid-broadcast is crazy, crazy. Oh my.
Hey, I'm just saying, day 3, the drops do change. I'm not faulting you there.
See?
Yeah. Listen. I like to crack it. Listen, in the beginning of the game, it's kind of chill, except now.
Except now.
Except now, because Team Spirit and Tiamba just at each other's throats right now, making not able to respond to the spray from Nomi. QZZ trying to get the revive. Meanwhile, Milu. Oh, hold on, Milu. Where is Milu? Where are Milu and his nades? They can be deadly. Either to
Seen it
himself
before.
or to his enemies, but they can be deadly.
Where is he? Actually, he's not here. I think Team Spirit have actually isolated a duo from Tiamba here, because that is banned. That is QZZ, but Milo is nowhere to be found here. They do get this res though. Team Spirit not wanting to back up anything going on here, not wanting to push forward. Milo, you saw him there across the road trying to get to his teammates, but it is very open there. I wonder that TS should be able to see that, right? They should have eyes on it, but maybe not. He's across the road somehow. He's across the road and getting ready to run in there. Team Spirit unwilling to put the full squad up here for some reason. There might be another team on the other duo that they don't want to create a vacuum for. But Ozzy-san going to come on in, grab Milu where Team Spirit could not. And that's going to be 100% Tiama down to a duo up in this building, in this compound. Great nade, though, from QZZ. Who needs Milu when you have QZZ on the board? Nomi going to go on down. Now it's just up to Effect.
Can Effect handle this pressure? While the rest of the squad is still on their way. It's a 2v1 at the moment. The rest Just need another minute or two to make it. Tiampa are not aware of this. Looks like they are. Miss GG is trying to go for that push, and now here we go. QZZ hears, listens, finds out there's more coming my way. He exposes himself completely to Effect in order to take the duel with Kitsune. But still, Effect not able to find an angle. Nomi just waiting for the revive. Bond peeking, switches over to the DBS. Nade might be coming in to knock him out in that corner. Kitsune just waiting, cooking, and boom goes Bond. There. The elimination will be secured. Effect focusing on QZZ, and there is no way for you to run, nowhere to hide, except a 1v3. Can you handle it? Maybe, especially with there's backup, but no, Tiamba bite the dust. They are taken out. They will be in 16th place.
No, but be careful. Matic is taken down because of Reiji. Rejects from across the water, taking shots over to this compound and actually knocking 2 players here. Team Spirit have to be so careful. Where are the smokes? That is an insane shot from Reiji, can I just say. He could barely see them and he still gets the job done. Goodness me. Coming in clutch. Clutch? Coming in clutch.
Clutch?
Coming in clutch, guys.
I'm just saying, we are farming clips out here with Neptura.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, look, she admitted before she can't drive in the game, so...
Hey, yo.
And we have proof of that. DK, just one more time for me, buddy. You know I love you so much.
No. Please.
We continue to, in a friendly way, bully our co-workers.
It's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Except production. We don't bully production. We love production.
Yes. Production OP.
That is very true.
As we say in the industry.
Not a north shift. Not a north shift. You hear me, Zone?
Go south.
We're not doing this. Okay, look, this split is horrible for several reasons.
Yep.
Now I think the shift should be going to the eastern island later on.
Yeah.
But still, it is going to be quite difficult for the teams to get into certain positions. I want to say that whoever team has the high ground in Camp Alpha and the mountain there, they're going to be benefiting a lot from the amount of information they gather. But let's focus on to influence Rage and the hopes of a nation on their shoulders right now, with one goal in mind. 4, not 10. 4 points, guys. That's all we're asking. 4 eliminations. Diego, that's 1. Secure it now. 3! They need 3 elims! They need 3 points, but they lost Diego! I cannot handle this.
Okay, they get Schweppes. Wait, hang on a second. Wait. Hang on. They're up to 159.
Okay, no. 159. You jumped. What?
Sorry, 149. 149. Don't mind me.
149.
149.
Well, I mean, they're up to... Yeah, 3 more. They managed to get another knock onto Schweppes, but now, little boy, you need this. You need this. Right
Good
here.
Molly.
Right now. If you lose this, you are leaving your player to be on his own. The nade coming in will not do the damage. The shotgun damage from Lil Boy is there. That's another knock. They need to secure the elimination, but Law is down. It's up to Lil Boy. He's dead. No. No, they're 2 points behind.
Are you
They're 2
kidding
me? Are you kidding me? We're not there. Unreal.
Brother.
Brother,
Brother,
What's up, brother?
Dude.
You needed 4 eliminations. You needed 4 points. You needed 1 squad wipe. And then the rest of the game is literally irrelevant. You just needed to get those 4 points. But this just goes to show how difficult this lobby is. This just goes to show how much attention is given to the detail in the elimination feed. Anything about that, they notice anything about a team that is headed to the smash point rule, and they don't allow it. I can't really fault Influence Rage. They're just focused too hard. BTR and Weibo Gaming, the same thing happened to them.
Mm-hmm. But now for Weibo, 142, right? That top team, Influence Rage, is gone. This means that they can still get it. They can still get that number 1 spot back. They won't.
I lost. I don't think we are going to see I mean, look, game number 8, we're going to see 9 games regardless. At this point, we're going to see 9 games regardless.
Yes.
Because, okay, well, let's have a look at their position. Weibo, considering the way that they have been playing today, are going to be able to cross the 152 line. And I think BTR are just going to get caught off by all the other teams.
Yeah.
They're not going to get it this game. Next game, Influence Rage will get it, but they're not going to win game number 9. We're going to 9 games regardless. This is happening. But we're not going to have the smash roll. This is not the tournament where it's going to happen. Today is not the day.
Today
Also,
might not
part
be...
of me is just like catch a curse. I'm just putting that out
That's
there.
also
Part of me
true,
is
yeah.
like hoping, please, please, please prove me wrong.
I mean, the zone centers up quite nicely. Team Spirit have a great spot in zone right now. So do Kino. Kino
Great,
also.
they need 32
2-2
points.
Split. Yeah, 32 points. I know. I know.
Wait, hold on. An important
Hold
fight.
on.
I swear, if we end up in a
Oh,
situation where BTR and Weibo run away with like 1 player each, and none of them get closer to 140, well, Weibo got 1. They got 1 point. 9 points is what they need. Are we actually going to see someone get to the 152 mark? It starts with this fight here, and Weibo, who have time and time again throughout today's games been disappointing compared to their performance from yesterday. Keep in mind, 6 games today, 21, or without at this point, 20 points in 6 games. Just to remind you, compared to 122 in 2 days.
Yeah. Insane.
100-point difference. 100-point difference. I can't fathom that. I honestly cannot. It's wild that we can go from that range to this over the course of those 3 days. Anything can happen in PUBG Mobile, and this is why we love it. It drives us crazy, but we love it.
We do indeed. My goodness, mate. Coming on through here. LGD Tian had a decent game so far, or decent day rather so far, but this game might not be quite what they're looking for. Down to a duo they go. They're out in the water on the north side. There's not much they can do. Afu going down to just 1 HP. And it's to A7 as well, so A7 grabbing any and all points that they can get here. A7 looking for points. 125 on the board so far. They just need a few more. I mean, we saw them get a 31-point game. So, and that was today, the first wrangle of the day. So they could very easily do something similar here, go right up to 2nd place, and be in the running for Smash Point. Because why not? Let's just throw all caution to the wind and just go for it.
Consider the wind cautioned. Right now, Weibo, BTR, they're at a stalemate because they both realize, okay, listen. You won't benefit from this. I won't benefit from this. So how about a gentleman's agreement that we both agree to maybe not slaughter each other and focus on getting to the end game? Maybe both get over 152 and then we can fight each other. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, squash though. Cluck, CD Alliance, just continuing to thwart teams who are trying to have a good day, left, right, and center. Over to the north side. And the zone centers up again. Whoever can control this swamp area is going to be in such a great spot. And right now, it's looking like that's going to be Kino.
It looks like it is. Kino with a good position. But the position doesn't matter if you can't use it properly. That's what I've learned over the course of these games. Just gets more and more difficult. But now, we seem to have relaxed, we seem to have chilled. Until D plus Kia decide to get moving towards the zone, but it looks like Weibo might be waiting for them. I mean, look, hey, we still have 13 teams. Still quite a lot to go.
Oh, how did they make it out? Oh, this is much better.
No,
WBG.
no, no, no. Listen, I don't see Weibo right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
I'm not
You're
getting
right.
my hopes up. Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up only for them to get crushed one more time.
Yeah,
Nah,
you're
my
that's right.
heart. Yeah, my heart can't take it anymore. And look at
That's
that.
fair.
The second Weibo left.
Wow.
BTR start getting hammered by D plus Kia.
Well
and they
timed
start
by
feeling the
Weibo.
pressure. Right?
Yeah. They were like,
Weibo
nah,
just
we
saying-
see him in the distance. Not gonna happen. We're out of here.
Yeah, we don't want to do this.
9
9 points, boys and girls. 9 points is what Weibo is looking for. Influence Rage definitely kicking themselves, knowing that they needed just 2 points. But here we go, full squad of D plus Kia pulling up to BTR. Fabian getting himself ready for this fight. Snape, I'm not sure what BTR's plan here is in this 2v4. Snape's not even in the building. Question is that something that they expect? Do they think that he would be hiding behind the car? Looks like... Nah, maybe BTR getting themselves an advantage. Very well played by Razy to be able to get a knock. Revive will be going through. Nade from Nolbu, not going to net anything, I think. Damage-wise, and it's gonna be yet another stalemate between the... I mean, look, in this situation for BTR, I feel like you're, like, right now, getting a knock onto one of the DK players is the only advantage you're going to get. If you give them a chance to revive, you're going to lose the fight, or most likely you will lose the fight. I mean, I may just eat all of my words right now. Snape is trying to prove me wrong. BTR managed to get one. Here comes Nolbo with the push and takes them both down, sets them straight, tells them calm down.
Okay. That was 1 point for BTR. They're at 138 currently. A7 at 127, Team Spirit at 122, Weibo at 143. BTR can do nothing to jeopardize that. So you're looking at A7 to actually try and thwart and challenge WBG. They are on that north side, but they are down to a duo. But WBG, I'm gonna say it, I'm not trying to jinx or do anything, but they do have zone. Their compound is in zone right now. Is it the strongest position? Possibly not. You've got that hill on the other side, but these teams are fighting everywhere. This might be the game that they need. We'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, Void Donkey, they're going to be under the bridge yet again. I feel like we saw them here. No, that was Thunder Talk. We saw them coming through under the bridge. Now it's Void Donkey's turn. Trying to sneak on up underneath Rejects. Right behind Kino here, but Matic's got eyes. He's got eyes on him. Thunder Talk also in the water, just down below on this hillside, along with QX from DRX. So actually, all of these teams gonna be just waiting and hoping and praying. Meanwhile, A7 do go out. There is no challenge from A7 in this game. It just falls to Team Spirit now. 122 points. Are they gonna get it in this match? Are they gonna really challenge WBG? No, but they could get a lot closer with the top two teams out.
That they could. This so far has been the best that we've seen in Weibo in the games today, I want to say. Can they secure the very few points that they need? Kino, can they survive the rotation? It looks like nope, because everyone's just shredding them. Focusing them, tearing them apart, limb from limb, one by one. Until it's only one player left standing. Yeah, one player left in the zone. And look at Weibo. Weibo, this has to be it, right?
No.
That's it. I couldn't hold it in anymore. This has to be it. Listen, I'm letting myself believe again. You know, I'm ready to fall for it one more time.
That's fine.
I'm ready to get hurt again.
That's fine, but there's also CD Alliance up on the north side, right above them, full squad. Nice nade from Vexy. Double nade onto Vampire, and that's going to be them out immediately there. Meanwhile, DRX take out King. Sook able to take out Osal here. So Sook is taking out DK. D plus Kitsune. My boy, what you doing? Jumps down. Going for a swim. It's got a little hot, little spicy up in the jungle. Looking for that info. QZZ, they know where he is, but he does get taken out by who? Noble.
Yeah,
they snuck up.
Yeah, they knew he was gonna go for the elimination, so they decided to bait, and it worked perfectly. Reject and Void Donkey fight it out. Void Donkey survives. 7 squads left alive. That means there's placement points to be claimed right now by everyone. TT, if he gets taken out here, lots of damage towards Point Donkey. Forcing them to move. D plus Kia, get pushed by, oh my lord. Weibo are able to hold down D plus Kia. Get the points, get the elim, get everything that you possibly could. 2 eliminations so far, 144. Can they survive or will he go for the revive? The zone pressures the players of D plus Kia. Fabian will not be able to survive. Chops might be able to get taken out in the open by the likes of Team Spirit, which would be magnificent for the Weibo lineup. Spirit still alive. Effect managed to make it in. Not anymore.
Huge.
City Alliance again.
11.
How many alarms did you snooze to finally wake up? But I am loving it, regardless. Yeah. End of the tournament or the beginning, you love to see a team perform well. And right now, Weibo, 4. Wait, 1 second. 10, 6, 5, 4. 4 plus 1, 4, 5. That's 149. Okay, so they're at 149. Yes, I'm doing the math. I'm not waiting for the graphic to update. Okay, my heart's been broken too many times in this situation. I will not allow it. Weibo just need to survive a little bit longer. If they manage to take out the player from D plus Kia and then KN, it secures so much for them. Tamar. Allah, oh my god, he's applying pressure. Chups with the knock onto Cluck with a third party, and then Chups goes down. That's top 3. Weibo still alive. Might be a top 2. Tamar, he just needs to make City Alliance suffer and give the chance for Weibo. Imagine if you had the 152 already. This game would have been yours.
Yep.
The tournament would have been yours. But that's not the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. The way it does now is it's top 2, 4v3, and Weibo 6. Hold on. They're 1 point. They are 1 point away. 1 elimination is what you need. You do not need anything else. You have the, I want to say you have the priority, because the high ground will make CD Alliance visible. You will have line of sight. You will have the opportunity. Do not miss.
Do not peek. Do not do anything. You are in zone. They are not. What they're looking for is an opening knock to chuck some nades down. Look at the zone. Look the way it's going. Do not move. That's exactly what they're doing. CD Alliance trying to find something. Okay, nades with 33. Could do something really nice. Just trying to displace them a little bit, but it's so risky, but you don't really see it.
No.
See? This is what I was
need
saying.
One elimination. The nades are dealing damage. They manage to take one down. They get one knock. Oh my lord. Wait. There's still no elimination. There's still nothing secured. 3-3 said no's. 3-3 said no's. But the elimination's not there. No match point. 1-5-1. They are denied. And see the Alliance deny them. My god, what is this tournament? What is this game?
I'm done.
What is happening?
I'm done. I'm so done.
My fuses are fried. My nerves are dead.
No
oh my God.
way.
Holy.
I mean,
you needed one.
I mean, GGCD, to be honest, right? We've had two second places from them. Now to get a huge win as well, with another huge amount of elims coming in. GG's, well played, but that's not the storyline we're looking at right now. The storyline is 1 point away. WBG, a desperate play to try and get anything, any sort of points, denied by the Molotov.
Two for influence.
Hmm?
Don't forget, it was also 2 points needed for influence rage. We could have had a game where 2 teams are on match point, but instead we have 2 teams where one is 1 point away and the other is 2.
We're having 9 games. We're having 9 games, ladies and gentlemen.
I already sent the message yesterday. Everyone was thinking it's possible that it could go 3 games where Weibo just get 50-15, a win in the 3rd, and then it's done. But my response is they're not even going to crack that, and they're taking us to 9 games. And so far, it's staying true.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes to show how difficult it really gets on that last day of competition. I mean, CDAL, City Alliance, Telecom Digi Alliance, this is a team that has been at the bottom of the leaderboard for the longest time in this competition. And then today of all days, they rise up and demolish everything. They might be able to break 90 or 100 points, which is insane.
Mm-hmm. All I have to say is just, huh? Okay. I mean, alright, so here's my question then. Here's my question for you. Are they gonna be able to get match point next game?
Well, I don't know.
Because at this point, I don't know.
Look, I mean, here, you want the truth? It doesn't matter. As of right now, the Smash rule is irrelevant. Honestly.
That's true.
I mean, this may be the emotions talking in this situation, but yes, technically speaking, any one of the teams crosses the threshold in the next game, they have to win game number 9.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think that no one in the entire server is going to hot drop you, you have another thing coming.
Mm-hmm.
If you're especially if you're the only team. So if you want the truth, it benefits the teams to not pass it.
Yeah.
It benefits the teams to not activate it. Because what happens then is you just need most points.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to survive. The requirement of getting the chicken dinner is no longer there. You survive with the most points, done. You win. So next game, for Weibo and for Influence, honestly, it's irrelevant if they pass it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because they still need to get that chicken dinner in game number 9, and no one is going to allow that to happen. You will be eliminated. Unless, honestly, like all of you go on a godly tear and destroy everyone. Besides that, the math is mathing for once.
For once. Oh, okay. Okay, so what we're saying here then is it doesn't matter at this point, which I agree with. It does not matter. We've got 2 more games. We're going to see who's going to be winning at the end of it. The question now is it going to be Influence Rage? Is it going to be Weibo Gaming? Bigatron have not had good games in the last several. I mean, they did get a 3rd place 2 games ago or 3 games ago, but with 2 elims, so it didn't really do much for them. Alpha 7 have a little bit of a target on their back now, I think. A lot of teams are just trying to get rid of them, trying to thwart their rise because they're now in top 4. VPE as well, been okay, but not brilliant. Alpha Gaming as well, same difference. So I feel like now we've really just got a contention between the top 2 for the win rather than other teams.
At the moment, yeah, I would say it stands between 2, but still, there is a chance realistically for BTR to come in.
True.
The fact that they were, close enough to the threshold means that they're still close enough to the teams in order to pass them. Mm-hmm. And then over the course of the next game, the goal for everyone becomes take down Weibo, take down Influence Rage, and then come game 9, it's just good old-fashioned PUBG Mobile. Yeah. It's whoever's on top at the end of the day, and that's the only thing that matters. You no longer need a chicken dinner. And I'm just thinking about all the other possible scenarios at the moment. There's so many here. The Molly denied it. If there was no Molly, he might have been able to hide, throw a nade or two to secure that elimination, and then have 152 points. But the fact that it throughout 7 games, they managed to get 29 and not secure that 30th. Honestly, I don't know what Maxman would say in this situation for the teams not being able to get to this point.
Yeah, it's so difficult as well because you have these teams that are so good and they handle themselves very well under pressure and all of these things, but when it's a combination of the zone not going your way, the pressure of only needing a few more points, because when you think, oh, I only need 10 more points, you only get 2. When you think you need 30 points or 50 points, then you start getting your 10-point games, right? It's just how the brain works. When you've got a combination of that, the zones, and then all the other teams going, that team needs to get out of our way because they're going to shorten the tournament. We can't be having that. We need to get rid of them. It's an impossible situation to be put under. Yes, that pressure is taken off when you have another team who's almost there, right? But the fact that we have now 2 teams within 2 points, and we've been within 30 points the entire day, is insane. And Influence Rage were nowhere near the top when we started this. Coming in today, they were like 10th place, 8th place, nowhere near. Now they're winning. Just what is today? What has happened today?
Hold on. It's Sunday.
Yes.
I mean, it's not just Sunday, it's Championship Sunday. And Championship Sundays do tend to be absolutely bonkers crazy. And this is exactly what I signed up for. I mean, I may not have realized at the time that this is what I signed up for, but this is what I signed up for.
I guess you're right. We did sign up for this. We did. And it's gone crazy. Maxing it all out. 9 games is going to be our total. No one is going to really win. No one's going to win. No one's going to win at this point. Except for just those accumulation of points like a normal tournament here. I did see somebody in chat just very quickly just said absolute cinema, which it has been. I will give you that. This is a movie. We are living in a movie right now because there's no way that this is real life. A7, 4 points. Influence Rage, 2 points. BTR, 1
LGD,
point.
LGD, Weibo, 9.
Yeah.
They just needed 10.
Yep.
Just
9. Okay. Team Spirit with 10 points. I mean, still keeping in that top 3, top 4 area, just not enough to really get anywhere near the smash point. But again, it doesn't matter now. CD Alliance with 25 points, 15 eliminations. I mean, we said it the last couple of games, but where was this team when we needed them in the beginning of the day? Or the tournament?
maybe they were just trying to find their footing. Sometimes I want to say, like, there are situations where a team would take a day or two to warm up, get into the swing of things, get used to the tournament, get used to the phone, the format, everything. And here we are. We even have 10th place is at 100. 11th and 12th are at 90. CD Alliance is at 98 points.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't understand how that...
Wow. How
like
has
the fact
everybody...
that we can have 13th even up to 93 points. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Wow.
There's no top heavy. It's just they're so close. And yeah, there you go. Confirmation. It is 151. 2 points missing, or 1 point missing for Weibo. 150. 2 points missing for Influence Rage. I feel like Influence Rage rushed it. I think they let their rage control their actions in those moments, and that was not the call, because next game could have been possibly the last game if they managed to secure it. But ladies and gentlemen, it has been confirmed. We will be going the distance. We will be going all the way to 9 games. So strap in. It's going to be a long one. We're going to be taking a short break and coming back with a wrangle and hopefully wrap it up with Miramar and finally crown the PUBG Mobile Hong Kong Invitational Champion. And see, of course, who will be joining as a second PEL representative at the Esports World Cup. We'll see you in a few, boys and girls. we go one more time, running it back. Game number 20, match number 20, and it is going to be the final Erangel of the day. A plane path heading from the west to the east. Yes, that's right. We've played so many games today, I actually know my directions this time. And there's no law. We have an answer to the question. We're going to 9 games.
We are going to 9
but
games.
But I do have to touch on it. We do have to talk about it. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, basically. Honestly, couldn't tell you.
I want to say I love how close it's getting, but it's also at a point where it's reaching ridiculous meters on whatever measuring tool I am using for this tournament of PUBG Mobile.
Yeah.
Just trying to, I want to say, like, mathematically, points-wise, a fall-off of 122, or like, let's say averaging 61 per day, to not averaging 20 in 6 or 30 in 6 is mad. And any team can have that kind of fall-off.
A WBG zone.
No, I don't care. I really don't care. Like, here's the honest truth. We're going to game 9.
Yeah.
Because it's irrelevant if they get the point now or not. Next game is what really matters. This game is it's essentially a loading screen for the players. It's an opportunity for the players that are below. So BTR, Team Spirit, Alpha 7, Vampire, APG. All these teams have an opportunity this game to wipe out Influence and Weibo. And then next thing you know, we enter a final game where 6 teams have the potential to win.
Yeah.
That's the math that we're looking at. So teams from 3rd until 6th, 7th, even APG, step up right now. There is no time for you to play passive and wait until the final zone and get a chicken dinner with 10 points. No, you need a stacked chicken dinner. That's what you need. And the only way to do that is to do what Alpha 7 did when they got 30 points in one game, or 31. They got 21 eliminations. They took every fight. They realized they had to do that early on. The second it worked, they jumped up to top 5, and then they calmed down. They didn't continue with that consistency. They thought, okay, it worked this time. Now we have to be a little bit more careful. No! Continue with that aggression, because clearly the lobby is terrified. The lobby is scared of anyone pulling up. That's what I'm seeing. If you have the confidence, you can pull off the fight. And Alpha, sure as heck, have that confidence. Alpha 7, that is. Because we have 2 Alphas.
Okay. I think basically
alpha?
at this point, you're right. They all just need to go for it, particularly though those top 2 teams, because when you're so close, you can't keep hiding anymore. You can't keep being passive. You can't keep being careful. WBG has the zone. They do not need to move to the opposite end of the map this time. They need to play differently. They need to be back on track, very proactive, very aggressive. And again, I don't mean aggressive in terms of getting all those elims, which that would be nice too, but aggressive in how they're playing, how they're moving, how they're controlling. That's what we need to see from them. Influence Rage as well. We need to see them just go for it. You've got 2 more matches. No one's really looking in a position to actually challenge that top 2. Just do it. Just go for it.
Alright, calm down, Shia LaBeouf.
Okay. No. Can't make me. Influence Rage in Rozhawk as well. They're the same thing. They have zone. Do something with it.
I guess for the likes of Weibo and Influence, they have their own strategy, right? BTR until APG, so 3rd until 7th, their goal, eliminate the top 2. Top 2's goal is to build as big of a gap as possible in this game to make it impossible for games in the next, or for teams in the next game rather, to take that first place. I'm just saying, all of this could have been sorted if you got 30 points in the first 6 games.
Yeah. I mean, that's
honestly,
what we expected.
here's the thing. We can say the same thing about BTR. You were within range within the first game. First game, you jumped up and you were equal with them. You were maybe 1 or 2 points behind, but you were there. You had the opportunity. And then again, fell off.
Yeah.
what happens in a battle royale. It is one of the craziest esports out there, I would say.
Yeah. It really is. I mean, I thought this game was going to go very, very differently. I thought, yeah,
Wrong.
we might have... I thought, we might have 9 games, sure, but I thought maybe that's because the top 6, we're all going to do really well. We're all going to get past 152. Brother, we are in game 8, and we haven't passed 152 for anybody. Crazy. Okay. Moving on to what we need to be seeing here. Team Spirit falling down on the job slightly here. Tiamba able to just get that high ground. It might just mean Nomi and Effect leaving their compadres behind. Yep, that's going to be it. Done. Toasted. Dusted. 2 going out to Tiamba, so no points going to the way of anybody important. Hang on, Nomi gets taken out as well. So that's going to be, Team Spirit just down to a solo. And Tiamba gets those points. They're good points, but they're not going to somebody like A7, like Vampire, who are close to Team Spirit, so at least there's that. But Effect now just has to play a very, very different game now. That is rough. After such a good day 2, to come here and still be consistent enough to keep top 4, but I know they were really gunning for that top 1 spot, and it's just not going to happen today.
Not gonna happen today. Spirit with them losing that, and Alpha 7, yes, this is the aggression I like. Chase them down. Go for the eliminations. Secure those points. Inch closer and closer to that top 3. Alpha 7. Look at that. Squash and Mafioso distracting Soez, waiting for their player, I believe, to go for the long play, the long flank, and then come from behind him to secure the bot. Soez peeks a little bit too much in front of Carrillo. And that's exactly what happened. The flank comes in, and GG for Soez.
A7. Carrillo coming in very, very strong. They're going to really take those points. Again, I know
doesn't
we want to, say it all over again. But A7 are playing the way that INF and WBG need to be playing.
Oh God, guys, she's ruining it!
I'm not ruining anything. No, I said nothing. No caster curse here. However, look at the way that A7 are playing. The way that they took that knock, they flushed him out with the vehicle. They're just running around. They're like, get over with it. Get it over with. Let's go to the next place. That's what needs to be happening with the other 2 teams. Why we're not seeing that, I don't know. Oh, hang on.
It was a bit of, I would say, overexcitement from the player on the other side. He was like, okay, I got a knock onto one of the alpha players. I might be able to do it again. But in that situation, they only managed to get 1 elimination. Now, yes, they might be playing in the same way that we've seen it before. But I still have a problem. They only managed to get 1 of those eliminations. Before it was squad wipe continue, squad wipe continue. The momentum was being built upon time and time again. This time, they're in a good position in the zone. They did get 1 elimination, but you're gonna need a heck of a lot more than that. And Weibo, honestly, Weibo are just making me, I want to say sad, because they have a fantastic position. Like this game right now, phenomenal rotation for them.
Yeah. Right?
In a great position when it comes to the zone, but they're not above the threshold. That part is what's making me sad.
Yeah.
Is that they had the opportunity, it just wasn't made possible. It was denied by their opponents. They tried, they really did in that last game.
WBG, though, they have a big split on the coast side of zone, just above Lipovka. That could be really interesting to watch play out. In Influence Rage as well have Yasnaya to themselves. I don't think they know that, but it is open. So again, they also have a really nice spot in zone to take control of. Depending on what they want to do. CD Alliance rolling into school, rolling into the apartment area. Are they going to find anybody? VPE is here. Meowla goes very low, but should be able to get away there. Nicely done. Regroups with a teammate. Do you really want to stay here? No, because the zone is coming in. So City Alliance really had nothing to gain there except just to chase them away. So they are really feeling confident in this second to last match here after that win, as they should, really. But nothing's going to come of it. Vampire's going to be a full squad still. They're going to rotate up to the south side, go their separate ways, and see where that next zone takes them.
Where was this? This is no. I can't keep. I feel like I'm trying to get over it. For Weibo, I feel like they've scarred me for life with what has happened in today's games. Like I'm not wrong, am I? 30 points in 6 games should have been possible, and not for them. For a lot of the teams, which is the circumstances did not allow it. And neither did the other teams, neither did the other players influence Rage. Now, let's continue and follow them and see what they are able to do. They have surprised everyone, especially myself, with what they have done in the tournament over the past couple of days. And honestly, Weibo, listen, one. This whole game, you need 1.
Sook's down again. Sook's gone.
I swear. If you get 1 elimination.
No, but look, A7. Okay, well there goes Sook. But A7 about to get sandwiched between Influence Rage and WBG.
So what you're telling me is Alpha 7 is gonna wipe both.
Yes.
Lovely.
Actually, I think it's LGD that's moving down onto Alpha 7.
LGD.
It's LGD. It's LGD.
If it was Influence Rage, it would have been a bit mad. Have both teams over there, but look at Alpha 7 though. Fighting off a little bit more than they could chew in that situation, but Carrillo will be able to carry in that situation. Now Tian forced to wait until Afu is there at least. But where is Afu? Tian's holding the fort all on his own. Afu's finally here. Jump shot again from Carrillo. Takes one more down. Mafioso stands tall, and so does Alpha 7. 133. They are 19 points away. Switching over to Tony K. Just as they get wiped out by Thunder Talk Gaming.
Oh.
Yeah. And again, Influence Rage applying pressure. And I think they managed to secure another one onto 3, Zed and Weibo. Influence Rage, 1 more point, and they got it at the cost of 2nd. My lord. Oh my, the amount of interactions happening at the top of the leaderboard in this game is driving me crazy. How are you guys dealing with it in the chat? How are we feeling? Fuses fried? Nerves on fire? All good?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yep. Basically, indeed, 1 point now. WBG down to a duo for some reason, somehow. Unable to keep up or to cope with the teams that are just running through them left, right, and center, grabbing those points wherever they can. It's just... Team Spirit, we know they're down to that solo. Influence Rage, little boy, gonna try and fend off our APG. Gonna do something here. They're trying to find a point wherever they can, right? That's the thing. If they can just get 1 more point, they've made Smash the Smash rule, which is unnecessary at this point, but we've been gunning for it all day that I just want somebody to hit it now.
We just want to witness someone get it, like, with a proper winning moment.
Yeah.
Like chicken dinner to victory. It's the best way to wrap up the tournament. Question is, can they do it? Can they get the 1 point? Oh no, minimap says Influence Rage pushing towards Weibo. No! I will absolutely lose my marbles if Weibo do not get to 152 before match 9. I will actually lose it.
It is insane that we went to 122 at the end of day 2, and now we're at 151 across the board. I'm not just talking about WBG. I'm talking across the board.
Yeah.
And that's simply because we had teams 8th to 11th just suddenly have huge games and dilute the points at the top of the leaderboard. So it's been a huge, huge game for everybody. This day has just turned everything on its head.
the fact that with the difference between, I want to say, you know, that difference is irrelevant really. The only thing that matters is being able to pass 152 and then a chicken dinner in the last game. Tiamba, 41 points in a total of 20 games. Still on that 2 points average per game. Not the best of performances from Tiamba.
A7 still here, still a full squad. Once again, 6 points on the board so far. As they look up against Influence Rage, Carrillo could go down. We see him get knocked several times before, actually. He's kind of stuck in that little dip going down there. And A7 trying to sweep around, trying to get any sort of gatekeeping points they can, going full send onto Influence Rage there with those vehicles. Is it going to be a point? Yes, it is! Squash goes down. Can they convert it? They might just be the first team to make it. That's a second. Can they get a third? No, Diego goes down. Revo might just go down. That's a third knock for Influence Rage. Carrillo.
Just one!
Just one more!
They got it! They got it! They got the elim!
They got it!
The rest, that's it! The rest of the game is irrelevant! Match point has been activated! Let's go! Influence Rage. The rest of the game doesn't matter. I mean, it does in the sense of if you don't get the chicken dinner in the last game, most points wins. So right now, get as many as you can, take out Alpha 7, and build the gap between you and Weibo. Weibo, for the love of God, get one more elimination and get yourselves into the match point. Also, hold on. I have some math I need to do. I gotta find something out. Give me a minute. I need to know how many points Influence Rage had coming into today.
Yes, please find that out ASAP. Meanwhile, APG versus CD Alliance at the north side, trying to do something here. There we go. Cluck going on down to a nade from Doc. Get docked is what's happening right now. As Doc moves in. Short range nade could be deadly. Takes them very, very low. Just needs that follow-up now as they scurry around trying to find something. It's not going to happen, though. Nothing new. Just going to bandage up. Going to send them scurrying. Doc, do not get in! He didn't realize there was one there. Jimmy going to take that surprise factor. APG now. Moving through. Trying to get this done, but it doesn't work. Doc goes down. Top is next to fall, and suddenly CD Alliance able to squad wipe APG. That is it for them in this game. The zone centers on up, goes to the north a little bit, and actually CD Alliance sitting very prettily here right on the edge of zone. Nothing they can do. Now here we go. Influence Rage taking out Effect, taking out Team Spirit. That's going to be their 6th elim, down to a duo so far, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. They have match point. Or they have
they do.
Smash point. Point threshold. There's the words. 156 on the board. Just trying to find anything else they can now.
Yeah, just build that gap now is their goal. And I found the results. So, coming into today, Weibo was 122, Influence Rage was 90. Influence Rage was 32 points behind Weibo coming into today's games. And now they are ahead. And I want to say the worst one, the even worse one, in terms of like how much better their performance was. That's how it came out. Alpha 7 were 11th with 58 points. 58. They are now 4th with 134.
Wow.
By the way, I want to say day number 2, they only managed to get 18 points.
Wow.
Day number 2 was 18 points only. Day 1 was 40. That just goes to show the wide range that the players go through in terms of performance. And right now, let's see this fight between BTR and Thunder Talk. BTR, 13 points. 13 points for them. It is quite possible for them to reach it. And it starts now with the fight against Thunder Talk Gaming. They need to secure them. Ryan with the first one. He's on his own, up against the entire lineup. He managed to take one down. Sitting, what can you do? Can you take one down? Molly to push him away, force him to hide. Blue Zone comes in. AJ with a blinking health bar as well. Federals trying to provide information. But look at King, AJ, and C-Ting. They are waiting for Ryan. They know they can take him out. BTR are down.
Down and out. Third place still, 139 points on the board, unable to reach that 140 no matter how hard they try. WBG now the highest scoring, or the, well, second place, the highest of the middle of the pack. TT next on the list, down in 8th place, 109 points going to them. But still, full up as a squad. 7 elims. They're looking very good for this game. Influence Rage might have something to say about it, though. Jing under fire, so is King. But what can they do? They're going to throw some smokes out. They're going to get that going, get that smoke road going, so that maybe they can regroup, do something here. Influence Rage, you said they don't need to do anything else. This game doesn't mean anything now that they've hit it, right? Well, they're in a shack. They're not trying to win. They're not trying to do anything. They're just in a shack. They're going to survive as long as possible and just let the game happen.
The game is telling them, you know what? Here, now that you passed it, enjoy the spoils. Here you go. Have some fun. Meanwhile, Weibo, Order, Sook, HE, still on the lookout. Oh, what was that sound? That sounded like a monstrosity of a weapon. But the monstrosity is actually the lineup of DK demolishing Reiji and Julo from Reject. D plus Kia as well. We're getting thirded and are getting thirded actually by the likes of Kino Trope. But not only that, but we also had the Reject pulling up one more time to the fight. Hold on. Nep, if one more team is taken out, placement points will give Weibo the smash rule. Placement points.
Really?
If they don't get eliminated now. If they don't get eliminated now. No. Oh wait, with 8? Yeah, they get 1 point. No?
Yes.
7th and 8th is 1 point. Yes. Nice! They did it! Oh my god.
They did it! Woo! I guess. Guys.
But Weibo, are you kidding me? Now you unleash this? Now you do this? Now you wake up!
Dude!
And now you get those eliminations. Now you're starting to get those points. Now you're feeling like you can actually go into these fights and push the advantage. He with the shotgun. No way. No way is Weibo doing this right now.
I mean, hey, whatever works, right? We still got one more game to go. This could be the momentum they need to just get another win and win it technically by smash rule. Let's see. There we go. Keto can't do anything. He is still alive. Can't do anything against Order. There we go. 3 elims on the side of WBG. They have hit the point threshold for the smash rule. They have officially entered the smash zone.
Welcome to the smash zone. Weibo Gaming and Influence Rage. It has, honestly, boys, it took some doing, but you got there, and that's all that matters. Now, what can you do with this result? You only have one chance, one opportunity, and it's between Influence Rage and Weibo Gaming. 2 duos alive in the top 6 with an opportunity to build a lead. Undertalk, stepping it up, bit by bit, getting closer and closer now to Influence Rage, but Jing and King taking damage, but it's AJ who actually falls to Iftar from I will also lose my marbles if CD Alliance come out with another chicken dinner. Because this would actually be, honestly, whoever wrote the script, well played. Well played on a beautiful script. Sensational.
Absolute cinema, as
like
they say.
Roller coaster of emotions. Multiple roller coasters of emotions, honestly.
This isn't a film, this is a trilogy. That's what's been happening.
Heck yeah, I'll agree to that.
Bruh. Oh, wait.
Really
Bond with the Sorry, Bond with the the AWM, with the sniper? I love you. I'm just saying.
Alright,
and you can hear it as well. Oh, music to my ears.
Oh!
Nice nade.
Alright,
really
with
nice
Influence out, that means Weibo now can try to claim their lead once again. Thunder Talk. A lot of pressure being applied to them. Tiamba is the only... No, Tiamba and ThunderTalk are the full squad order. Somehow managing to snipe. Quick knock onto City Alliance, I believe. But City Alliance, they have 2 people outside the zone. Weibo are starting to crouch and crawl. Slowly but surely. Tiamba with the full send onto DRX. They lose 1, they lose 2. They will lose the 3rd to Jimmy, who steals that one away. And now it's down to QZZ on the zone against 2 from DRX. We'll be able to get 1 more elimination, 1 more point. Hyunbin and QZZ. Where's the teamwork there? Nate comes in, no damage. Hyunbin has the pump shotgun. There's no need to take the 1v1. You have a teammate, and there we go. Perfectly played. And QZZ will get knocked down, and we might still see a push from ThunderTalk Gaming, who have 10 points. Weibo as a duo are top 3, by the way. Now they're top 3. Now they're top 3. If they got the, just to show you, if they got the point last game, it could have ended here. But then again, I would clarify, it would have been completely different if the smash roll was activated. So the scenario could once again have been completely different.
True. CDL do go out. CD Alliance, they're taken out. Top 4. We knew that, but it's up on the screen right now. ThunderTalk, WBG, and DRX. I will say, DRX have a habit of doing this in the final games of the day, of coming in with the top 3 positionings here. Nice little off angle for Jing here. 8 elims, 8 eliminations in this game for Jing alone is crazy work for him.
Holy moly, yeah, ThunderTalk. I guess this is the power. This is the powerhouse of the PEL. This is the team that took 1st place in the most recent PEL tournament. And now I guess that it answers the question of why and how they were able to do that. If a player is able to get numbers like that, like it's nothing for him, like it's just a regular Sunday. And not a championship Sunday. DRX, with them being in the middle, with them being the meat in this sandwich, do they come out on top, or is it basically up to ThunderTalk because they have the full squad?
I mean, ThunderTalk have zone. They have the center. They have that off angle in Jing. DRX playing it very, very quietly. WBG just on the other side there. I mean, we still have a zone, right? It's still stage 8. We don't get into stage 9 for a little while, yes. There is a little bit of time. Nobody needs to move in just yet. They can just wait for zone 9 to come in. This is where it gets silent, unless they can get some opening knocks. Goodness me. That was a scare and a half, but no real damage being done. Not enough to make an opening knock. And now we go back to waiting. King does not have the nades he needs to make this work. I mean, ThunderTalk have 9 nades, but just King doesn't have them. WBG has 1 nade, 0 mollies, so they're not looking very good in this sense. They really have to kind of wait for a third party to come through before they want to try and fight anything, because they have 1 nade.
Three teams left alive in this moment. Stage 9 closing in. 2 minutes 30 seconds on the clock until the final zone closes. The last inch on the map. One team will stand tall. One team will be victorious in the final Erangel of the day and of this invitational. Hope you guys enjoyed the journey so far, because we still have one more juicer of a game waiting. Jing against QZ. But what matters is who's in the center. Smoking, Weibo Gaming. They're trying their hardest to just crawl into the zone, see Ting, trying to scan the whole area, and looks like DRX are done. 4v1, it is going to be order, and it is going to be ThunderTalk Gaming with another banger and another chicken dinner.
Two wins.
I mean, look, I thought, hey, this team, if they end up in the bottom 4, they might not make it to EWC.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it to top 4 right now with this performance.
Yeah. They really are. 2 wins in one day. From seeing nothing from them to seeing them come in clutch twice now is huge. Big game coming in from them. The first game had 11 points. This one has more like 14, 15 elims on the side of it as well. So big wins coming in from them. That's going to get them well past where they really need to be. Coming into this game, they had 102 points. They're looking very comfortable to be sat in between 5th and 6th place right now. This is a big comeback for ThunderTalk.
Massive, and that seems to be the theme of the day. Comeback of the teams. Honestly, just everywhere. Middle of the pack, far back of the pack. If we want to talk about, for example, CD Alliance rising from the ashes, ThunderTalk as well. What a performance. You can never count this team out. And this is why, like, even though, yes, for example, if I was to compare the PEL teams, regardless of where they may be in the leaderboard, you can always expect them to pull out a game like the one we just saw.
Whew. Well, this is it. One more game to go. And with everybody so close in that top 5 even, you know, playing for that prize pool, right? This is probably a great time to think about prize pool, because 5th, $15,000, 6th, $15,000, 7th, $8,000. So for a team like ThunderTalk, who were sitting in that, where were they? In their 9th position. So to go from 9th, which is $1,300, to be jumping probably in between 5th and 6th, which is $15,000, is insane. If you think about strictly from this tournament, prize pool wise, this is a huge jump for ThunderTalk. Can they continue that trajectory? Because you get to top 4, it doubles again.
And that's why you gotta try your best until the very last moment. And that's what these teams are doing. If you can't make it towards the very top and win the tournament, you can at least try to get a big prize by the end of the day. And here we have it. Quick little highlight running it to see how we managed to get to the situation that we are in. We're gonna need a highlight for the day for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know we covered every single one of the games. I still don't understand how it took us so long to get here.
I don't understand it either.
And the fact that Influence Rage got there first.
LOL.
The fact that Influence Rage needed 62 points.
Yep.
And they got there first before a team that needed 30.
Goodness me. I mean, what really is this last game gonna do? What's it really gonna do? Yes, we might want to hope for a game win by WBG or by Influence Rage and kind of get that smash, you know, in the end of the day, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, who is really gonna take this? BTR, A7 still could in some ways. 26 points though, going over to ThunderTalk. Again, our second highest win, total point win in the entire match, in the entire tournament, I think. Actually, 31 points went over to A7, so I think 26 is our second highest here.
No ma'am.
No?
I believe it was, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, I think you're right. It was 17 eliminations for Vampire, but they didn't get the chicken dinner, so they didn't get 27 points. But yes, it was 31 points for Alpha, and yeah, you are correct. It is ThunderTalk with 26. Second most amount. I'm pretty sure did we not have 17 elims?
I don't remember. There's so many numbers to think about game to game. But Diploskea moving in here, 10 points on the board for them. 9 eliminations coming in clutch there. Big upgrade from them. WBG with those 9 points. Influence Rage with 8. Tiamba with 8. A7 with 7. It's all in the name. I mean, the gap is just so big. When you have 16 elims, there's a 16-point difference between ThunderTalk and Diploskea there. and that's just in the match ranking points. How is that going to convert over to the overalls? We will see in just a moment.
And here it is. Now 11 teams on 100 points.
Wow.
KN and LGD looking to maybe break that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Get into the 100-point threshold. But the one we really want, the one we really need, is this one.
Ooh.
Even though Influence broke it first, it is Weibo who is at the top. So, ladies and gentlemen, officially, it is now a 2-horse race.
Yep.
No matter what happens, the champion is going to be either Weibo Gaming or it's going to be Influence Rage. Those are the only 2 people who have the opportunity, the only 2 teams who have the chance to be crowned champions. You either win a chicken dinner and win the tournament in the best way possible, last game, last chance, or you have the most amount of points by the end of the tournament. Those are the rules that we play by in this tournament. I hope you all understood. One chance. Show us what you got. Miramar will be waiting, and it will be the deciding map. And we will crown our champion after the next game. So don't go anywhere, because we will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, the end of the tournament is nigh as we have our 21st and final game of the PUBG Mobile Hong Kong Invitational. 16 teams jump into the fray for one final time to prove themselves, and only one will be crowned the champion. Who will it be? Is it going to be the Brazilian powerhouse in Influence Rage? Or will Weibo finally shed all their past weak performances and show us what they are truly made of and prove themselves once and for all in this game? Miramar will be the decider. Miramar will crown our champion.
And it's about time, for goodness sake.
It really
It's about time.
It's about time, yeah.
Yep, it kind of is. WBG gonna be moving on to Monte Nuevo. Tiamba and A7 once again gonna slightly hot drop over in El Pozo, but meanwhile, otherwise, there's not a whole lot gonna be going on that's any different here. Gonna see a lot of teams just move to their drop locations and have a nice time, but this is it. The final day, the final game of the zone gives us a very similar zone to what we saw in the previous Miramar. So, maybe a little bit easier, maybe a little bit harder, who knows? Only time will tell.
Well, we're gonna find out. And as you can see there, 139 points. So at the moment, as it stands, BTR is 29 points behind Influence Rage and 31. 31? 21? 21. Is my math way off? Hold on. No, they're 19 points behind. Wow. 19 points behind Influence Rage, 21 points behind Weibo Gaming. So realistically and technically, even Alpha 7 has an opportunity. But Alpha 7 needs a repeat of that 21 elimination banger of a game.
Yeah.
BTR would also need the same. So you would need those points that I mentioned, 21 for BTR to reach Weibo, plus whatever points Weibo and Influence Rage gather in this game. That is where the problem is. So for BTR and Alpha 7, the longer Weibo and Influence Rage stay alive, the less likely it is for them to survive and win this tournament. You don't think about first, it's not going to work out. In this situation, the question is, can we go for the win, and is it worth the sacrifice? Go for the win, or we play for the highest prize pool right now? I.e., do we give up?
Yeah.
That's essentially what they're asking themselves in this situation. Do they still try and go for the title, or do they give up and try to go for the highest prize pool?
It's a difficult decision, actually, in the last game, right? Because it could go either way. I almost feel like...
I agree, it's always the title.
Always the title?
Except in this economy, then maybe the money.
Maybe the money, yeah, you're right, you're right.
It's the title, always. We go for glory. This is what we want. We want the best of the best.
I mean, I feel like in some ways it depends on how this game goes, right? You know, you feel like you're $1 million and you're doing all the things right and everything goes well, but then you only go down to a duo in the first altercation. Then you're playing for placement. You're playing for that prize pool. If things tend to go well, then maybe go for that title, shoot for it if you think you can get it done in this game. Team Spirit, rotational clash here with BTR. BTR, one of our teams that could still take it-ish. They need 21 points to beat WBG and to win the game, win the tournament. Team Spirit right behind them, actually.
Oh my god, yeah, Team Spirit, they're on the hunt. I mean, look, this is a team that now realizes we have nothing to lose. Yeah. There's nothing for us to lose in this situation. Yes, you may be 6th. Prize pool-wise, it will have an impact. But I think Team Spirit's focus is going to be trying to get top 3. If they can take over BTR and get top 3, I think that would be their goal. Because it is impossible for them to get enough points to surpass Weibo.
Yeah, it is at this point. They really did need They really did need a better day today to actually be in contention for that. But look at Thunder Talk as well, in fifth place rather. Something that I think in the middle of the whole WBG and INF thing, we kind of skipped over the fact that they've gone from 11th at the beginning of the day to 5th place. They've had an excellent day today, 2 chicken dinners, and now not really in contention for anything except that top 5 position.
And that top 5 position is what everyone is vying for, what everyone is fighting for. 2 points is what separates first and second place. It is a Brazilian lineup up against the representatives of the PEL. One of the representatives of the PEL. There are 4 of them. In Brazil, 2 of the representatives are in the top 4. That just goes to show how strong of a region and how strong of a country Brazil is in PUBG Mobile. And we know that the Brazilian fan base right now must be over the moon seeing something like this from Influence Rage. But don't celebrate yet. The job is not done. It's not over. Once this game is over, the results will speak for themselves. But all you can do right now, as someone who's watching, hopefully enjoying the stream, all you can do is support your team. That's about it. Support them, wish them the very best, and see if they can come out on top at the end. If they do, celebrate the moment with them. If they don't, I would say don't kick them when they're down. No, a true fan will support their team regardless of a win or a lose. And this is what I want to see from the fans, regardless of what happens result-wise in today's games. It's because specifically looking at Influence Rage, amazing. Never thought that they would be able to be challenging Weibo right now in top 2. Not Weibo specifically, just challenging for a top 2. Because it's always been Alpha 7, Alpha 7, Alpha 7. Now Influence Rage is like, no, this is not gonna be the situation again. It's not just gonna be about Alpha 7. We are here. We belong in the conversation, and you do with this performance that you have showed up, especially today. Especially today, Influence Rage. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Really, really good stuff from them. I mean, the jump that we've seen from them has been astronomical in a way that I don't think we've really seen before. So, really good stuff coming in from them. You did see Sook over there getting handed that bow. Because it's the last game. And why not? Because why? Like, literally just why not? It's the last game. Use your bow. He's been going out first most of the time so far today. So just use it. Have fun with it. It's the last game. But we go over to that zone. Zone is going to center up. Going to go La Bandita. We got Los Leones as well. Fully in the mix here. Rejects squarely in the center. So is Influence Rage. WBG are down to the south side. They got APG in front of them. Also Alpha 7 if they want to rotate up to the north side. So that could be difficult. But there's a lot of teams on the south that might thwart them as well. And you do see them go straight ahead, actually, in through zone. That's going to be a really nice rotation from them. As long as they don't get caught out by a couple of teams here. Team Spirit, also BTR. Need to just be very careful. Effect. Nomi, they're trying to get anything they can. Order trying to get something done, but it's not going to. And in some ways, that's kind of just delayed him. His teammates are far away now. He gets stuck. Team Spirit are ahead and behind. I don't love that from Order. I see what he was trying to do, right? But could have gone very, very wrong.
Yeah, I was thinking that if Order, or rather if the lineup of Team Spirit wanted to do something about Order taking a couple of shots, they would have been in a position to do so. And this is questionable from Weibo, but I'm waiting to see what they do. 2 of them kind of pull up towards the compound that Spirit are hiding in. Not sure if they're taking the fight or if they're deciding to chill. Influence Rage fully relaxed in this compound as well. Tiamba first to lose a player. 10 minutes in. Look at the difference. 10 minutes into this game is when we got our first elimination.
Mm-hmm. Playing this way, way differently. Everybody's playing this very quietly. They're setting up. This is what's happening right now. They're not going for those points. They're going for the setup. They're going for placement. They're going for the win at the end of the day. And maybe not so much for INF and WBG, but the rest of these teams, it's the whole lobby, not just the top two, that have this change of pace for the last game. Tiamba running around trying to find some points. Maybe they have lost one, not sure who to. But they did lose a player early. The only team to have done so. They're gonna just chill in this dip, it seems like.
It seems so. Tiamba, after losing their first member, does kind of change plans for them a little bit, but I mean, regardless of what happens, Tiamba will end the tournament in 16th place. It's a 40-point gap between them and 15th. Didn't think I'd say that in a tournament like this. 40-point gap between last and 15th.
Wow.
Although, to be fair, CD Alliance didn't really make it fair on anyone because they just... Yeah, I mean, they pushed a lot, but it's not even them, it's DRX and DK.
Tiamba. Okay, so Tiamba are really just rolling around. This is an interesting strategy from them because you see a lot of other teams just very, very settled, very done and dusted in their sort of positioning, right? They are ready to go, and now Tiamba moving in might just draw some fire, especially if you get this close to Vampires. Goodness me, yeah, Milu is going to go down. Tony K going to grab that point immediately here, and in the background you do have Kinotrope coming in up against CDG, I believe, or CDG, who's CDG? CD Alliance.
Charles de Gaulle?
Yeah, Charles de Gaulle. I know, it's exactly my thought, dude.
I was like, wait, CDG? I don't remember CDG. And when did he join the tournament? Where was this going on? Hold on. We'll go back to that later. As right now, Kinotrope still continuing this push on the CD Alliance. And they are dodging, ducking, dipping, diving, and dodging again away from this fight. CD Alliance do not want anything to do with this fight right now. And they somehow managed to escape without any sacrifices or eliminations, which is quite surprising in that situation. But hey, power to you for being able to do that.
Oh, wait, Duello? Did Duello just evade that Molotov? Just about he did, but Apollo not going to share the same fate there. He does go on down. Zeta is down as well for Voin Donkey. Another team that's really stepped up. Nice nade, but not going to happen. Goes very, very low. Razak trying to get anything he can, any shots he can, but the rest of Rejects going to be moving up to the second floor. And look who's behind them. Team Spirit looking for that third party. Effect goes down almost immediately. As Voin Donkey, now Vexy on the outside, just trying to hold them off.
That was very much a call an ambulance, but not for me type of deal from Voin Donkey. As Team Spirit was pulling up, Voin Donkey are like, hold on, let us take care of these guys first, and then we'll come to you. So Razak now entering the building with this S12K. Along with Zeta and Potato, Vexy being the last person, he's just holding their flank, making sure that they don't get any more surprises, any more third parties. They're throwing all the smokes and all the nades. They're just trying, I mean, look, honestly, if the smokes could be used to...
Wait. Oh, okay. This is shaping up to be a really, really interesting zone, because you do see APG there trying to kind of third-party Team Spirit here, who's trying to third-party Voin Donkey. So you got third-party on third-party happening right now. Both the top two teams have nothing to do with this. They're not looking. They're not interested. So this really is down to those kind of third to sixth place teams. Rejects do go out. We say goodbye to them. They're going to have to be satisfied with ninth place, but I feel like it might just even be down to 11th place for them if they're not careful. CD Alliance and Voin Donkey both right behind them, still in the match, still raring to go. APG, meanwhile, just surrounding Team Spirit. There's not a whole lot they can do right now. Matic very, very low. Reefus, though, on the top, learning from their game against Influence Rage, just trying to get any shots he can. But Reefus being almost a little shy when it comes to getting those nades, getting those shots done onto him. He sprays, but not enough, nowhere near enough to get them down. So Team Spirit going to be up as 2, trying to get these revives as Reefus now gets knocked, but by who? Matic on the outside is able to get something done here. Doc as well, looking to get this revive. But now Voin, Donkey on the outside. They're looking over. They're done with their fight. They are perfectly capable of coming up over this ridge and taking out everybody here. Doc has to be careful. APG have to be careful. Effect moving in, trying to take any sort of cover, any sort of ground that he can, but Top's way on the outside. Needs to be careful. Kitsune goes down. Vexy, Voin, Donkey stepping up now. Doc should go down here. M249, he can't get anything done. No, he can't.
No, I mean, you say should, but he says, nope, not today. Takes down Effect. I mean, honestly, I thought that was going to be the play as well. I thought he should have been taken out because just spray that M249 into the smoke. You have all the ammo in the world. Should be able to secure it, but Doc, with a flick of the wrist and his phone, gets the elimination.
And meanwhile, Osal, the solo, just gonna sneak up on in here. Thunder Talk did see him, but now with LGD on top of the roof, they can't really do much about it now. So Osal just gonna try and hide out there, try and survive a little while longer. LGD trying to find a spot in zone, right? They have a really good high ground, but it is on the edge. They don't look too comfortable with that. They just wanted to scout it out. Maybe try and get a little bit more of those resources happening. But WBG onto the south side. They have a good spread. They're in control, but in control of what? The zone is unlikely to go to them. They have to really think about the next few steps very, very carefully. 160 points on the board. Can they get a smash? Or can they just win by points? Right now, if this tournament stops, they win. But we know it's not going to work like that. They either have to win or they have to get more points than Influence Rage. Influence Rage, we know that. They're playing this very carefully, very quietly. They cannot afford to lose a member of their team right now.
Zone shifts once again. North side of Los Leones. Weibo and Alpha 7 might be going into a little bit of a skirmish between each other, and the same could be said about Influence Rage and Thunder Talk Gaming. We focus on these two fights. We focus